thoughts? Yeah, quick.
3, 2.
Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, we should be live. Thank you everybody for tuning in, whether you're watching this live or on the archive. We've got a pretty awesome little gaming PC here to build here today, actually. And as always, we're going to be walking you through all of the parts. We'll be showing you, hopefully, just how simple it is. But as we know, live builds don't always go the way we want to. But that's part of the fun, isn't it? You get to see this with no edits, as raw as we can possibly get. So yes, thank you to everyone for tuning in. Number 2, we've got a tally light missing on that. So that means this is fine. Usually there's a little red light on this camera, right, when I press this button, and I know when I'm talking to the camera I'm talking to the right one, but the tally light seems to not work on that one today, which means I'm going to get confused. So if that happens, I apologise. But the good news is we are also joined by my right-hand man, right? We couldn't do this without him, or we could, but it would be terrible. Mr. Editor Carl, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me again. It's always a pleasure doing these streams. It's nice and easy for me. I just have to sit here and listen. So.
Well, he says that, but actually today we have been playing around. We've discovered actually there's a lot more to this little streaming deck thing than meets the eye. We've gone for a higher quality preset here today, so please let us know how the stream looks compared to normal. We're trying to get this looking as good as possible. We're uploading at 21.65 megabits a second here today, so that is double what we had before. So we do listen to you. We do want this to look as good as possible. But yes, most importantly, actually, the build that we're doing here today is very proudly sponsored by Asus RX. So thank you, Asus, for making this stream possible, for sponsoring this, and for sending out a load of components, including this case. This is the GT504. 502, oh, it's 2 out. This is the GT502. I've seen this around, and this is one of those chassis where it's like a dual chamber design, but it's actually a bit smaller in a good way than I thought it was going to be, because I've used loads of cases recently, and they're cool, and they're very easy to build in, but they're frankly a little bit too big for most people's desks. So quite excited to be building in this here today. And we're also going for an all AMD rig. So we've got our X670E motherboard, and we've got a 7800 XT, which I think, if you're going for a high-end graphics card, is probably the best all-round GPU. Would you agree with that, Carl?
Yeah, it seems to offer the sort of best bang per buck for your money at the moment. So yeah, I think that's the solid option.
For what most people are going to use, which is multiplayer, yeah, you just can't really beat the value on this one. So yeah, be pretty exciting build. Hopefully you can join us. Relax, pull up a chair. It is Friday night if we're watching this live. If you're watching this on the archive, maybe it's Monday. Sorry about that. Yeah, just pull up a chair and relax. We'll start the build, but Carl, would you like to walk us through who's in the chat?
Yeah, we've got some familiar faces here. Daddy is here.
Oh, we love Daddy. We love Daddy. Thank you so much for joining us, Daddy.
Daddy is here.
Sounds so weird.
Star is here. Jolly B, Robert Woods. Galaxy Trooper Cat.
I like that name, Robert Wood. It's got a good sound to it, good ring. Like, you know, if you go into a reception, I don't know, and they say, "What's your name?" Robert Wood.
Robert Woods.
They'd be like, "Yeah." Oh, Woods, is it?
Woods with an S.
No, not as good. Sorry.
Sorry.
You can change it.
We've got a super chat already.
So super chat
from Liam Dudley.
Liam Dudley. What would Liam Dudley like to ask? If you do want to ask a question, I should say. You don't need a super chat. Quite all right. We'll be answering as many questions as possible. But if you do a super chat, you get that, because we don't have the buttons set up for a fancy effect, so I have to do it all live.
Yeah.
So, yes.
It's raw, live, uncut.
Yeah, basically. But we do have a super chat. So yeah.
So the question is, can you do a build in the 7000D? Have you done that before?
Yes, that's live on the channel. That is a huge case.
Oh.
Yeah, makes sense if you need to do a huge build. Frankly, I don't think many people need that sort of size, but if you're looking for it, let us know in the comments why you're going for that chassis. But yes, today, as I say, we're going for the GT502, and we have our X670E Strix motherboard here. I can't edit out this horrible noise, so apologies, guys. Are you ready for this? And yet some people still say that they like the noise of this. How can you enjoy the noise?
Especially when it goes on for this long.
It's got to start. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's a heavy bit of board. Would you like to feel my board?
Cool. Need 2 ends for this board.
It's not the sort of string we were going for, to be honest.
It's solid though.
Nice, solid.
Nice and cold.
Yeah, it's good there. So this is obviously all black. We're going for like an all jet black build here today. Plenty of RGB. But being X670E, you get a lot more PCIe Gen 5 support, don't you? So this means that it's going to support future graphics cards a whole lot better, which actually is pretty important when it comes to longevity. If you want to go for a cheaper motherboard, then to be honest, most gamers probably should look at going for B650 or B650E, but if you want to have maximum bandwidth and maximum future-proofness, then actually going for this is going to be a pretty good idea. And you do also get AM5 as well, so you can, of course, upgrade your CPU, hopefully for years to come, but we won't know how many generations of CPUs these will support until nearer the time. AM4 lasted quite a long time, so yeah, we have to wait and see. But yes, this is the X670E-F. You can also buy the E-E version of this, and I've built a rig in that before. It is a little bit more of an expensive motherboard, but then you'll get even more features on that. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. I can press this button, look, there you go, and I pop up as well.
Picture in picture, that's more like it.
Magical. I actually also want to say as well, we've gone for different cameras here today as well, or different lenses, I should say. I don't know if you picked that one up.
The wide boy isn't on there.
Yeah, do you want to, very carefully, that's like, nothing's attached properly.
Oh, okay.
So very carefully, what did I say? What did I say? Nothing's attached.
Why is this so
Because none of the bits are the right bits, okay? So that's not the right lens cap. That's not the right lens cap for the bottom.
Why was this even on it?
Right? Most annoying thing ever for a production side of thing is you would think a lens this big and this expensive, this cost me like 1,800 quid or something a few years ago, would be really good. It's soft. This is a soft lens. Really annoying. Look at the size of it. But there we go. So we've opted for different lenses today. Ones that cost 4 times less. I'll put this carefully back.
What? What? Why is it under there? Why not just there where it's easy to get to?
Is there a way actually to adjust those sharpness sliders in the software like you can with everything else, or is that not an option?
There's no like... Yeah, I know what you mean, like add the detail.
Yeah, when we're editing this normally, there's a detail slider. We crank that up.
We crank that detail.
But there we go, yes. Also want to say as well, there is a special promo going on, #ad, for Asus at the moment, where if you do buy a Radeon graphics card, I think it's the 7000 series only, so 7600 through to the 7900 XTX. Yeah, I'm getting the thumbs up from editor Carl. Then you can actually win a holiday to New York. I don't know what happens if you already live in New York. I guess you don't need the flights. I don't know how that would work out, but for full details on how you can win a holiday to New York, you can actually find all of that down in the description down below. There's a little link, click there, and you can see how to win, which is pretty cool. But that is if you buy a AMD graphics card like our 7800. What's going on? Have I pressed the wrong button again? Yeah, no, we are on the right camera. It's a disaster here today, clearly. Yeah, if you buy one of these, then you should be eligible. No, that's like you can't write.
Eligible.
Eligible. You should be eligible to win yourself a holiday. So full details of that are down below if you want to go check that out. #ad. But I mean, that'd be pretty cool if you want a holiday after upgrading your rig. Especially if your partner's like, why are you spending the money on a graphics card? You don't need it. And then you get free holiday out of it.
Yeah, I think they'd be pretty okay with that. We do have a super chat that's come through.
Super chat.
It's from...
Is that
the name's long. I think it's Foster Photography.
Okay, Foster Photography. That sounds like a business. That is some free promo you've got there, Mr. Photography. Unless that is his name, surname Photography.
Maybe. Maybe Foster's his first name and Photography is his surname.
Yeah.
The best PC build channel out there with a $20 donation.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I mean, there are a few out there. We just like to basically try and be fun, don't we? Try and be fun with it.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a comment yesterday, right? Unbelievable. Right, absolutely unbelievable.
I know what it's going to be.
It's said along the lines of, it was insulting me anyway. It was insulting me, but I was called pencil neck. Never heard that one before. I mean, you know, I know it's a little bit of a longer neck. Pencil neck. It's a new one. Anyway, probably should press on to the CPU. We're going for the 7800X3D. It makes it sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, I bought this one myself. I've got one of these in my personal rig. Love this. This is obviously pretty much hands down the best gaming CPU, all things considered at the moment. Obviously, it is going to depend on the rig that you go for, because a lot of people will think you need to go for a 7800X3D, but if you're, you know, rocking like a gentler graphics card or something like that, then you're not going to need to spend all of your money on your CPU. You'd be better off spending more on a graphics card. Say, instead of buying a 7600, maybe you step up to a 7700 XT, something like that. But for the best bang for buck that you can get at the moment, this is an 8-core CPU. This is the best gaming CPU out there, right? I mean, there are loads to choose from, but this is what I would put in my personal rig. Only thing I'll say is that if you are going to do streaming and stuff at the same time, then you probably will want to look at something that has more cores. So you could get like the 7900, probably be the way I'd go, or you get like 7950X3D, for example. But yeah, you can go for those if you want more cores, really. But this is what I would go for. You're laughing. I'm getting distracted by the laughing that's coming in from over there. So clearly, Carl's got some
the chat
comment.
reacting to the pencil neck comment.
Oh, no, have I started something now? I shouldn't have mentioned
Rivstar
it.
said, can't unsee it now.
Oh, I mean, I'm wearing a V-neck jumper as well today, like just to emphasise it even more.
Guido Wessel says pencil centric.
What's that even mean?
Cheese Eater said his spirit animal is a giraffe. Thanks, Cheese Eater.
That's lovely, isn't it? I do realise, by the way, we've actually got a very zoomed out lens here today. Apologies for that. That is the downside to having the other lens there.
I see. Is that because the zoomy boy is on that one?
Yeah, that is. What we should have done, in hindsight, it would be to change that to 2 point, like zoom that in artificially.
Yeah.
It's too late now.
A bit late now.
It's all good.
CPU goes in there.
CPU goes in there. How is the stream looking, Carl? Be honest, it's fine. Does it look any different?
I can give you a live side by. So this is the old one.
Yeah.
This is what
that looks good. Yeah, that looks good to me.
It's like a cam.
This is great footage. Look, I'm now going to stand over here, not even in the shot.
So that's now.
Yeah.
That's last time.
Okay. Yeah, that's better, isn't it?
Yes.
As long as our internet doesn't drop out, that's definitely better.
Better quality.
Cool. So our CPU has gone in. Very nice and straightforward and simple. I did have a bit of a weird issue the other day where I still don't really know what happened, but I feel like, as you'll see in a future video, the system didn't work, and it was because the CPU wasn't seated properly, which is weird. I don't know if that was definitely the issue, but basically I reseated it and then everything worked, which was strange. So it doesn't require much force, but just make sure that is just dropped down and latched into place. Then we're going to need to grab ourselves some memory, some RAM. This is from Gskill Trident Z5, running at 6,000 megahertz, I believe, this kit. Or this might, yeah, this is a 6,000 megahertz kit.
Oh, we have another super chat.
And we're going to want to drop this in there. Because they've gone for a jet black board, Asus usually have 2 and 4 in grey to kind of help you, say, put them in here first. But I actually like the fact that they've gone for all black because it does match the theme perfectly. And I can now moan about how DDR5, the notch is like 55% of the way in, which means it's actually quite difficult to see if you're putting it in the right way. Whereas DDR4, it was really obvious whether you're putting it in right or wrong.
DDR3 was even more obvious.
DDR1.
It was basically 90-10.
DDR1. Super chat?
It's from Nikki J Actress, and they just put a little happy face.
Oh,
that's it.
Oh, there we go.
A little happy face.
That's very nice. Thank you so much for the super chat. Always appreciated. Don't forget, if you do want to support the channel, by the way, the best way of doing this is with... Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's really far away.
It's really far away. The PC Centric mouse mat, link to this is down below. That way you donate to the channel, because obviously we get commission because we designed it, but you actually get physical products. You get a mouse mat. I think we've got just under 200 left, something like that. So they are selling. Yeah, grab them with the link down below.
Somebody's commented saying, your videos are often under 40 minutes. Can we expect a 40-minute build video today?
40?
Yeah.
Well, we spent 5 minutes gassing about stuff that's irrelevant to everyone watching. So
we're 20 minutes in, so I think we're going to quite easily hit 40 minutes.
Relax, this is a conversation, isn't it? This is not about quick fire. Like, realistically, Like what we try and make these streams are just a relaxed way for you to sort of take in how to build a gaming PC, get some inspiration for yourself, but just hang out, have a chat, talk to other sort of fellow PC builders and the like. And it's nice. We love doing these, don't we? We're so glad we've discovered them. It was actually a Google rep that kept telling me time and time again, you should do live streams. And I was stubborn and I didn't want to do it.
No.
But then I bought this little cool toy here and then, of course, had to experiment. And it's worked out really well. We really enjoy it. SSD, we're going for PCI Gen 4. This is the Sabrent 4 Rocket Plus. The Sabrent Rocket 4 Plus G. In my defense, that is a difficult name.
You've started something now, Marcus. You shouldn't have brought attention to it. We've got a super chat, though, from Dimmy.
And does it say pencil neck?
It doesn't say those words.
Okay.
It's Dimmy, the guy who is the RuneScape 3 guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
Comments on every video about RuneScape 3.
Yeah, and it hasn't... Has it appeared? You put it in there once. We're taking the SSD cover off, by the way, here, I should say. Very easy, just unscrews like that. And then we can grab our SSD. Actually, need to take both sides off. It's worth noting as well that a lot of motherboards won't have a double-sided heatsink cover. So if you're going for like a 2 or 4 terabyte SSD and you've got loads of these memory modules that need cooling, like this one's okay actually. Can you see this? Oh, put it up here. Illustrate this. This is an important point. This is a 1 terabyte SSD and it's pretty reflective of most of them. Like it's actually quite reflective as well. Like
literally. Literally Makes sense.
This is why I need you here, because I ask questions to the camera, but I don't get a reply for about a week normally. So yeah, it's nice to have you here.
Whether you find out if it's in the video or not, then you're like, oh, that must have made sense.
The amount of jokes as well, I like to point out, I've made on this channel. Editor Carl's been mean. It's cut them out, it wasn't funny. Yeah, well, whatever. Maybe you just got bad sense of humour.
Did you want to hear what Dimmy's £5 super chat was?
No.
No?
No, I do. Of course I do.
Okay. He said, if your neck was a RuneScape skill, you'd be a solid 99 with a skill cape.
Right.
And being maxed out is a good thing.
Yeah. Well, you've got to be known for something. I'll take it. Right. You know, maybe 1 million subscribers. I'll embrace it. Yeah. And I'll dress up as a pencil.
And eat a motherboard at the same time.
Yeah. I do need to work the logistics out of how to eat the motherboard. Because, I mean, let's be honest, I'm not going to literally take a bite out of one. But we've got to find a way that's technically eating a motherboard without ingesting motherboard.
What about, like, a really good baker and you get one of those, like, is it cake sort of things?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking, like, we could get... I will pay, like, £1,000 for this cake, right? I will do it. It is a 1 million
if they can do, like, a one-to-one sort of replica.
Yeah, I'm thinking biscuit.
Well, yeah, like a cookie would be good.
Yeah.
Because then it's making an actual crunch noise.
Like, you know, I will hire an expert to do it. Yeah. I don't know. Will it go on the Netflix show, do you think? Is it cake?
Is it cake? What, the motherboard? I'm not sure.
It's a bit too nerdy for Is It Cake?
The TV show, yeah. Yeah. It has to be stuff like pirate ships and things that go on that sort of program.
I think it's just camera angles, really.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Just don't zoom in.
Yeah. Right. So that is that sorted, which is nice. Am I in focus, by the way, on that one? How are we looking? Yeah, I look a little soft.
Is it the front one or the back?
That one. Yeah, big boy. Yeah, wait. Yeah, there you go.
There?
Yeah, do you want to press one? The red. Yeah.
I can't
I'll tell you what, Carl can just sort that out. You just go and zoom in on the back and make sure I'm in focus. It looks slightly off. That's our motherboard complete now, actually, which is good. It means we can proceed to our case, the GT502. I would normally move this over here like that. Are we done?
Yep.
Okay. I was going to say I'd normally move that over here and grab the case, but then I was having to stay perfectly still for Carl.
That's fine.
But we're good. There we go. Look, magic. Nice and sharp now. You can see my pencil neck in all of its detail and glory.
I put the headphones on and I couldn't hear you. I can hear you now.
Couldn't hear me.
I could not hear you.
But I'm here. I'm speaking.
That's what I'm saying. I put them on and I couldn't hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you in my ears, but not in real life.
Okay. Real life.
I can hear
not on the web.
I can hear past Marcus.
Right. So here is one of the best things ever. And I was talking to Carl about this off camera. And I'll be honest, he said he wasn't a massive fan of the straps, right? And I said the straps are the best thing ever because it means you can actually pick up and move your thing around. But then Carl was like, yeah, but I don't like the straps. And then I revealed to him, and he felt a little bit silly, you can just take the straps off if you don't like them. They're Velcro, look. If you don't want the strap, look, it's gone.
Strapless.
Strapless. There we go, see? Genius invention. So I would actually quite like all cases to have straps, but not everyone's as smart as ASUS and actually to think about this. But there we go. So the thing about ASUS TUF is that they always go for this sort of more like military sort of style and look. And I really do like the look of this one, actually, I have to say. I mean, I don't think everyone is gonna, love the style, but that's the same with every case ever. I mean, you always get the case that works best for you, right? And my case of the year, I suppose it was last year, wasn't it? It was the Asus Prime, is it AP201?
Yeah, that was one of them, yeah.
That was my case of the year, and that was also one of those ones where I think you either really love it or because it didn't, I think you can get it with a window now.
Yeah.
But when I first used it, it was like a aerated panel, so you couldn't see on the inside. But best of both worlds, you can get that now actually with a window. But I think this is another one of those chassis where you're either going to really love this or you're going to want something a little bit plainer. But I really like this. It definitely does look quite military, doesn't it? I can see you taking your gaming PC into battle.
Into battle?
Yeah. I mean that's a joke. I mean, obviously you're not going to do that. But yeah, I like the look of this. And as I say, the size for me is right up my alley. Built really nicely as well, this one. As you'd expect for something that says TUF. It's got a button.
Oh, I panicked then because I thought it was just going to fall out.
I did think that, and then I thought it'd add to the drama. There you go.
That's good.
What? Right, this is what I also think with case manufacturers. Case manufacturers all have like something on their cases where you think, that's so good. Why doesn't everyone do that? Like, at one point it was just the cases that have all the power connections as one block.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cases do that now.
Yeah.
I feel like if every case manufacturer got round a table, they could build the dream case. Everyone should have a button like that.
Yeah.
You still get cases these days with glass panels that are so temperamental, and you're like...
It's like you have to remove the top panel to then remove the side panel. It's just, no.
Makes no sense.
Pushy buttons. Good.
Oh! Oh!
Oh.
Oh, so look, there's loads of mesh, but it's not just for sort of aesthetics. Look, you've got mounting here. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. So yeah, look, you can mount fans and things there. But there's probably a lot you can do with this case.
Yeah.
I feel like you're going to have to do some emergency research to work out what can go there. Because I will confess, I didn't know it did that. So there we go. We were going for more of like a standard build here today, but I don't know. Suddenly the game has changed. Because you do also have your sort of fan mounts here. And this is what I was thinking we might sort of look into a little bit later. But yeah, you can clearly fit loads of fans up here. You can get a radiator up top. I guess you could put it on the side here as well. I don't see why not, but that's something we can test a little bit. You've got a 120 fan on the back, and you've also got fan mounts down the bottom as well. So actually, yeah, really flexible this. And price-wise,
13 fans
up to 13. I mean, let's be honest, you don't need 13 fans. But if you want to do like a really high-end water cool sort of build with this, I'm impressed. I've got to admit, I am very impressed with that. I think this was just going to be, I thought this was just going to be like a, really nice, well thought out case. I didn't think it was going to have all of this flexibility, so I'm surprised.
Pleasantly surprised.
But I was sold at the straps. You know, I know you're a strapless man, but no. I'm
it also comes in white as well.
Young lad. Yeah. Yeah, of course it does.
And it's got all white cables.
All white build. I'm getting distracted now by the case. Let's get this under our let's get this under our overhead, and we'll go from there. Over to you, Cole. What's chat saying? Do I want to know?
With the chat? Rivstar's doing his job of answering everybody's questions for us.
Yeah, solid. Rivstar is an actual star.
He is a star.
Okay, have we posted about this in the Discord yet? Because I reckon Rivstar's beaten us to it and already done it.
Maybe.
That's what I mean. I did a 2-hour post. If
he did 1 minute after we went live.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Rivstar, we owe you. I think for legal reasons we don't, but we owe you in spirit.
Spirit.
So our motherboard, there you go, easy as that. We just drop that down into position. You then need to refocus your camera because it's gone slightly out. There you go. Remember, of course, to put your I/O shield in if you're using a motherboard that doesn't have one pre-attached. You can do some peels and things while you're here. But we will, of course, need to screw this in. And inside the chassis, you will find your little accessories box. And I'm already a little bit excited because I'm hoping with this that everything is quite neatly laid out and isn't just going to be a bag. Well, we've got a box at least to store them in, but I quite like it when you get those like pre-sorted boxes for you. You do also get a little plate here though, which is nice. So if you do want to
go vertical
GPU, yeah, vertical GPU, but you don't get a riser inside the box, so you would still need to buy your PCIe riser cable separately. Make sure you're buying PCIe Gen 4, not Gen 3. Over to you as I take these screws out.
Yeah, that's cool. Got a quick question for you here, Marcus.
Yeah. Oh, did we do the super chat? Or was it just a smiley face, wasn't it?
It was just a smiley face. I know. Yeah. Then we had the RuneScape one.
And what was the RuneScape one?
About the 99 neck skill.
Brilliant. I'm glad we've come back from that.
I'm glad you brought it up again.
Yeah, thanks.
Apparently you've missed a peel.
What peel?
I don't know.
Have I?
Key and peel?
This one? Key and peel. Funny. There you go.
That was a...
I did the best peel ever. I got a new telly and yeah, taking the peel off that. It was so smooth though.
Was it like a two-handed job?
No, yeah, I guess it was.
Yeah.
It was a larger size boy. It was
Big
great.
boy TV.
Big boy TV, yeah. I enjoyed that.
What's a good CPU to begin a £700 PC build?
If only there was a video on my channel that walked through everything. And it's called Best GPU and CPU Combos. You can find that in the top. No, you can't.
You can't do
See, look, I'm in normal mode. I've then get Carl to edit it in.
The website.
Carl will drop it in the chat for you, but it's best CPU and GPU combos, and you can watch that, which would be appreciated. Or if you just want like the cheat sheet, it's obviously down in the description. And I should say as well, all of the parts featured in today's build live stream, whether you're watching this now or on the archive, we've got you covered. Everything is linked down below. I think the graphics card is still quite new. I couldn't actually find it at the time of filming on Amazon, but we'll update that as soon as we can. But we have linked it over on Newegg. I do also want to ask the question to you guys, by the way. I'll get Carl to do... So this is how it's going to work. Get Carl to do a poll. What has been your favourite game of the year? And Carl won't make the poll for like 2 minutes because I will get you to stop suggesting, essentially, the things to vote for. So let us know your favourite games in the chat, and then Carl will kind of get a sense for what the general favourites are, and then he'll make a poll card. So that's what I want to know first.
This is brewing.
And then the second thing is...
I can only have 4 options.
Yeah, you can only have 4 options. Then the second question to you guys would be, what did you pick up in the Black Friday sale? Did you get some deals? We'll be interested to know what you got, how much you got it for. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice, friendly question, isn't it?
Counter-Strike 2? I'm not really sure that's game of the year.
I haven't even played that yet. I need to get on that.
I played it when it first came out because I was like, oh, look, it's free update. You just download and play. And then I played like 1 game. I was like, this doesn't really look any different. Nothing's really changed.
But I watched a video from them, and it looked like everything was different. I think it's because it still doesn't look like, you know, tip top compared to like the modern game, which is fine. It's Counter-Strike, right? So I think you forget, but then if you went back and actually opened original CS:GO,
you compare it to like a Call of Duty or a Battlefield, it still does look like it's a 10-year-old game.
Yeah, but then you could argue the gameplay is a lot tighter, couldn't you? And that's what actually matters. I still like Valorant. It's just my problem is, this probably doesn't surprise you guys, but I've got something to admit to you, and that is, I've been playing Apex a lot in these videos, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back and I'm going to start playing Apex again, because I played that game so much. I think I'm on like 450 hours or something like that, right? So I understand there are going to be people watching this that have got a lot more than that. But for me, someone that doesn't necessarily have loads of time these days to play games because I'm too busy making videos. Maybe I should stop making videos and just play games. Anyway, that's on the side. That's on the side. I thought I'd get back into playing Apex Legends, and I will admit, what happened wasn't pretty. I downloaded the game. I've got pretty good internet, so I just sat and waited for it for like 10 minutes that it took to download. And then I started playing the game. First game, died straight away. Second game, died straight away. Third game, died not straight away, but got so angry I then immediately uninstalled it. And I haven't played it since.
What about Fortnite? You're like secretly good at that one.
I wanna get, yeah, exactly, secretly. It's just natural talent.
But naturally, I should say that maybe naturally good.
So yeah, Fortnite's the one, but
no build mode.
I've got back into Starfield, which was funny because
you said like in 2 videos ago you didn't like it.
Yeah, I know. And then I got back, and I'll tell you why, because it's so relaxing. I mean, don't get me wrong. The problem with Starfield is that it looks so good, but then it's like a game from feels like 20 years old, where like you're having a conversation with someone and they're like,
it's familiar.
Someone was floating the other day, and then the lip syncs so off, because obviously it's such a big game in scope. But then I'd rather just, I'm simple, I need to be directed. Anyway, shall we get back to building this PC rather than like talking about games? That's why we stream, because we've got stuff to talk about.
We've got things to get off our chest that don't make it into the 25 to 30 minute video.
for good reason, I'd like to point out. Right, anyway, so yeah, here is our chassis. You can see it's coming along nicely, nice rugged affair. I just need to have a look around the back though, because I think it's probably cable management time.
What about cooler time? Do we not need to do some cooler stuff?
No, I like to do my cables first, because it gets out of the way. And I feel like...
I suppose you can get to the back of it quite easily as well.
Yeah,
I know that's only an Intel one, so that actually matters, isn't it? Who would buy that?
The joke there, I should say, is that ASUS, again, if you're watching this, is sponsored by ASUS. They wanted this to be an AMD build. So this is an AMD build here today.
The competition.
Yeah. I mean, fortunately, it's quite easy to recommend AMD at the moment because we do anyway.
Yeah.
It always, you know, as always, it depends what it is that you're buying, right? But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see, especially in the GPU space, actually, what's coming up in January, because I think it's all about to kick off.
Something super maybe could be on the horizon.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know, and I just like people arguing, basically. So if there is like this big GPU war about to kick off, then yeah, we should see. We should see. So yeah, that will be fun. Oh, I'm dropping the screwdriver again.
Straight into the white PC on the floor.
Yeah.
It's fine, there's another one on the other corner of the room.
Yeah. I realise as well that my joke now about not mentioning Intel might not have actually sounded that funny, but to be clear, we can talk about Intel. It's just we're doing an all AMD build here today, so I was like, you can't say that. if you wanna use the word, that's absolutely fine.
It's not like Voldemort. We are allowed to say it.
No, I mean, for example, this is sponsored by ASUS. So if we started mentioning
Voldemort.
No, I was going to say if we start mentioning a company that has 3 letters and also makes other motherboards, they probably wouldn't like that.
No.
So let's not do that.
Okay.
Anyway, moving swiftly on. I just think, to be fair, we haven't done a video about this in ages, actually. like just on ethics and things. I haven't made one in ages. I think it's time we did an update on just. I think people will be really interested to know about how sort of like sponsored videos and streams and things work. Why not? We can talk about it now.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah.
Essentially, because I have a problem. I've got to be honest. I've got a problem with some of the things I see online. Okay, because especially in the UK, everything is really tight on how sponsored content works, right? So in the UK, long story short, the ASA, who manage everything, I should say I'm plugging in my USB.
USB 3.0
USB
and Type
3
C.
goes here. Yeah, there we go. So that's it. In the UK, we have the term ad, okay? Stands for advertisement or advertisement feature. And that has basically been the term that's almost been greenlit in any medium. If you're doing something sponsored, they want you to use the term ad, okay? So that's why when we, like this video, for example, we've got ad in the title, right? It's clearly disclosed. In the US, I know like you guys like sponsored. So that's why I use both. So we're sort of covering both ends. And typically the way that a sponsored content will work is a company will come to you, as ASUS have here with this one, and they'll say, hey, we've got something we'd like to promote. Can we do a video? And what happens 9 times out of 10 is I will say, no, that's a terrible idea. I'm not doing that. You've got to be joking. And then I will instead then suggest something else. So I can't remember. I think this one pretty much was I think it was pretty unchanged, to be honest. But ASUS said, oh, we want to like essentially promote some of our AMD stuff. What can we do with you? And I said we could do a sponsored stream for you. And then they said, okay, yep, that's good. What would you like components-wise? We went through a few different components that they've got in stock or that they could get for us. And then we get them in and we do this video. If they ever suggest something I don't like, or I have had a company before that has sent me a product and I hated it, then we won't use it. It is as simple as that. And you know, companies have to accept that because it is literally illegal in the UK. I imagine it is in loads of regions, but in the UK, which is where obviously we're from, it is illegal to say you like something if you don't, okay? So if you're watching sponsored content across any channel and someone's very quiet about something or doesn't mention something, that's probably the reason. So I think it's always really important to work with products that you personally actually really like so we can be as authentic and genuine as possible. I mean, I love doing sponsored PC content because I love PC content and we get to use all the parts. I mean, they've sent us everything for this build. Granted, most of it will go back, which is a little bit sad. But you know, we get to use the stuff that we want to use, and it's really important that you know we disclose that it's sponsored because obviously this is all ASUS stuff. Chances are, if you're doing a build at home, then you might not build everything with ASUS. I'm sure they'd love you to, but obviously realistically, not everyone is going to copy this one for one. So it's just that's why we have the disclosure there, so you know that that relationship is there in place. So this is why, obviously, when I say in this video, you won't hear us mention the other motherboard brands, whereas in a normal video, it might. You know, it depends what comes up. But yeah, ASUS wanted this to be an AMD build, so that's why this one is an AMD build. But that's yeah, I basically, long story short, made a bit of a joke to Carl, and then I'm like, well, I'm live now, so I'm gonna have to explain that. Otherwise, that looks a little bit weird. Why I couldn't say Intel. Shh. We actually went to a quiz yesterday.
No, we didn't. We don't know Intel. They don't exist.
Anyway,
we've got a super chat.
Super chat
From
that's explained everything. I think we're good. Let's proceed.
They said it's from Akuma Gamer. They said, thanks for all the help you give for people building PCs. Was able to build my first one last year thanks to your videos.
Oh.
Keep up the amazing job with $20 donation.
Thank you so much. Would you like a super chat?
I guess so. The poll is very balanced, I will say.
On the quiz.
Quiz. Game of the year.
The game of the year. I mean, there were the Video Game Awards yesterday, weren't there? I've just plugged the addressable RGB in here. I just doubled up. I've just realised on the stream I had I had picture in picture on the same image. Yeah, here we've put our addressable RGB in. And then we've got this little unusual header. I assume that's for like some special RGB. I don't know what that is. Let's have a look and discover together, shall we? What do you think this is for, Carl? It's like a digital RGB thing.
Yeah, it looks like it plugs into like, usually like plug that into like a hub of some
Yeah,
kind.
might have to look at the manual for that one. We also have power and reset switch as well. Yeah, sorry, you were talking to me about the poll though.
Yeah, it's fairly mixed. It's changing every like few minutes. So do you want to know what the 4 games are that were voted for, the most popular?
Yeah, sure.
Diablo 4 is on there.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3.
I really want to play Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people say how good it is, but I don't know. I've not played it at
I mean,
all.
to people that have played it, how long does it take you to, you know, not necessarily finish as in like finish it, but realistically, is it like Witcher 3 in length, or is it going to be longer than that? Or is it going to be shorter than that? What's an average playthrough? That's probably the question. We just plug our power and reset switch in down here. Oh.
The other option is Starfield.
I wouldn't say it's game of the year, but I am enjoying it. It's just, it's so good and frustrating at the same time. And that's not, for me, that's not game of the year. You know.
And the final option, it was Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
I don't know anything about it.
Well, it's got 24% of the vote.
Is that a joke?
I think it's just a meme, yeah.
As a meme? I mean, I did think so. I'm not that old. You're older than I am, so.
I feel like it was in that South Park episode.
Page down here.
I know, it's a real game.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
I just remember it being in the South Park episode, and I think Butters was playing it on his own. And he didn't want to play with anybody else because he's busy playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. You can get it on the App Store. I've been seduced by Hello Kitty Island Adventure now.
Yeah.
You trying to? I did put scissors behind you.
I'm in box opening mode.
I did put scissors behind you.
Oh, perfect. Right, cooler time. Here it is. This is our new. When I say new, I always think new. How new does something have to be new? Because I'm pretty sure this is new, but I mean, it didn't come out yesterday. Like, is a month old new? 3 months new? I don't know, but this is the new TUF gaming cooler. It's the LC2, which I assume stands for Liquid Cooling 2, 360, because obviously it's a 360 radiator. And this is your all-in-one cooler that is pretty much going to cover you for, I guess, any real CPU that you can buy. I mean, triple rad. So if you do want to go for one of the hotter CPUs, mentioning no names, or if you do want to go for some of the much more efficient CPUs, then yeah, Team Red on that one, that's for sure. Especially me as well. I can't stand loud PCs. So if you do buy a CPU that uses loads of power, you know, and I want to say as well, like this 7950X, for example, that's not a high power CPU compared to, you know, the blue team. But you definitely do notice with the exact same cooler, I've done swaps before from like a 7800 X3D or 7700, going to that 16-core CPU, you do notice that your thermals are a fair bit higher or more noise, and that's the thing for me that like always annoys me, like if your system makes more noise. So if you're choosing a CPU and radiator or CPU and cooler, do obviously bear in mind the TDP of your chip and get a cooler that's going to be nice and cool and quiet. But that is something I'm afraid you won't really experience until you've bought a gaming PC and you've either had extremes, because I don't think people understand just how quiet gaming PCs can be. But then I also don't think people know how loud gaming systems can be until you've had like one of those gaming laptops that's way too overpowered for the size and the cooling potential, and everything's running at like 97 degrees and it's going
yeah,
that exact noise.
Sounds like my laptop.
Yeah. Yeah, yours is a little bit dated, I think, as well, once they get dust and stuff in them.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, taking it apart to give it a clean. then I decided against it.
Make a difference, but you know, depends on the components and things that you're going for. So here we've got our radiator. We need to add some fans. Where should we put this, by the way? Because I mean, putting it at the top is obviously going to be the most natural place. We've got this sort of natural place. I'm doing my editing thing again. I'm trying to end my sentence, so in post you can go from that. We can put it there, I believe. Yeah, that will fit. You can put it there like that, or you can have it at the top.
What about the bottom?
No, we don't put all-in-ones at the bottom because of the way air in systems works. I'd say put this at the top, and then we'll see if we get an extra fan on the bottom, and we'll keep this one nice and simple, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so as always, you want to make sure that you're doing yourself a little bit of a test fit, and that's there like that, and then our fans will need to go underneath with the fan cable going out that way. Okay. So if we spin this round, the fan cables now need to be going that way. It's a bit of a, it's got a swear word in it, like a mind mess. It's a bit of a mind mess to try and remember where all of your cables need to go. Also, make sure as well that you're blowing into the radiator unless you're going for a front-mounted rad, and then you probably want to have it going the... No, basically just make sure if you want to blow air into the radiator as an exhaust, then you're doing that, but then if your fans need to be mounted the other way, then you have them the other way. Obviously, it depends where you're putting them.
Yeah, if we're putting it on the side, we put the fans around the other way.
Yeah.
We want to be using it as an intake. But we're exhausting today.
We are. And speaking of exhausting, I'm actually exhausted. So, Editor Carl, I will hand the mic over to you to walk us through something, as I have a very small amount of my water.
Nice little sip. Is the 7800X3D good for multitasking? Well, I'd imagine so. It's 8 cores and 16 threads. You know, it's a pretty good, solid all-rounder, which is what makes it so popular, I think, isn't it?
I mean, the thing is as well, I've noticed as well, with, I guess CPUs in general, right, from both sides of the coin, but AMD especially, I mean, I bought my, on a sale, I'll point out, I bought my 7800X3D for £450, and I was like, that's a good deal, done well. You get it for $350 now. So, you know, buying a £500 CPU like that was, I guess, supposed to be really. At the time, I was like, well, it's the best performance. It's phenomenal, but it's a lot to justify to your average gamer. Whereas now, it's still like a decent sum of money, but I mean, it's a lot easier to justify even if you're rocking like a... I mean, I would say go for the 7800X3D if you're looking at 7700 XT and above. But then again, you know, if you're going for the 7700 XT is one of the best value, like price to performance GPUs you can buy. But if you're looking at that GPU, I would strongly consider upgrading to the 7800 XT because it's only about £50 a dollars more. You get 4GB extra VRAM and more performance. Yeah. So that's when, if you couldn't spend any more money, you had a budget, I would much rather have a 7700 CPU paired with a 7800 XT rather than the 7800 X3D CPU with the 7700 XT. That was a lot of words. I think I delivered.
That makes sense.
Delivered that well.
Yeah.
He fails to say delivered well. I see the irony. Right.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think you'd rather have the higher power GPU than CPU. It's also weird because the 7700, like you said, the 7800 X3D has come down so much. Yeah. It makes it so hard to like justify anything else.
Oh, I think our Ethernet cable might be about to arrive because the dog's barking.
Oh.
That I have to send Editor Carl
to the door.
We're going to get a Christmas. I
should probably take the microphone off.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Hold on a second. I don't actually know if that is someone. Yeah, there's someone there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or it might just be post, Carl. I think it's just post.
Just post?
Just post. We need the Ethernet cable, I'll point out, ladies and gentlemen, so we can actually use some gameplay on this a little bit later because we've learned from our past mistakes. And with Windows 11, you need internet to actually get it set up and running. And the only Ethernet cable that we've had goes to our streamer. So, yeah. It feels very...
Christmas card.
Oh, who's it from?
Oh, I didn't open it.
It looked like the postman.
You already saw the postman earlier.
Yeah, but he was doing parcels. He said he was coming back.
Ah, maybe he did with that one.
This tally light is throwing me off, by the way. It's very difficult to remember where to look. I'm being thrown off.
Why is it not on?
I don't know. We were doing so well. So there we go. How are we looking on poll? How are we looking in chat? Who's in the chat? Who we got? I know Daddy's here, or was here. I know Rivstar's
Daddy's still here.
Daddy's still here.
Daddy's still here. There's a chap called 6'3".
Yeah.
That's his name.
How do you know he's a chap?
I'm just by the profile picture.
I mean, I'll have you know,
I probably shouldn't assume.
We have about 5% ladies according to our stat across the whole channel. At one point, it did get a bit higher than that. I think it got higher than that at one point. But,
yeah.
You know.
What else have we got here? Or who else have we got here, should I say? We've got Faceless. With David here. David BSRK. Matthew Cooper. Garth Vandenberg. It's a good name, that. I swear there was a footballer, Vandenberg. Daniel Mincher is here. Nikki J Actress, she's still here. The lady who donated who did the super chat earlier. God, we've got 503 concurrent viewers right now.
Yeah.
But only 208 likes. Can you believe it?
You know what? I can. But fortunately, this is the time, if you're watching this stream, to fix that. Or in the archive, like this video. Make it happen. I heard if you hit the like button, you win something.
Apparently, if you ask people to like the video,
yeah,
the like button actually lights up.
Yeah, I heard that we've installed.
No, that is a real thing.
What?
I saw it yesterday. If you're watching a video and they said make sure to like the video.
Yeah.
Like the little.
Does it actually?
Yeah, the thumb highlights.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not making a joke?
No, that's a real thing.
So if we say, right, everybody, hit that like button on the video, it should light up. Let us know if it actually does in the chat.
It does for recorded videos. I don't know if it works for live videos.
Well, it's worth a go. Right, you know what? I'm with it. I'm in the right headspace now. I've been all over the place. We've been thinking about radiators and stuff, whereas we're pretty much ready to rock and roll now. So we've got all of our fans here. I have a feeling that we'll have this little cable inside
And if you
the
tell
box.
people to subscribe, the subscribe bar glows apparently.
Does it? Well, if you're not already, hit that subscribe button and you can glow some bars.
Glow some bars.
Glow some bars.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. You can't not like or subscribe, like and subscribe. We're just connecting all of our fans now. I like that they do give you the option to just plug them into a standard header if you want. We've got RGB here. Has this been used before, this cooler? Someone's used this before. Oh, and you know what?
Got no.
I don't think there's a splitter. I think I have a spare, but thank you so much, ASUS, for sponsoring this video. But I'm afraid we have noticed that we're missing, as far as I can tell, we're missing an RGB splitter cable for the cooler. And ASUS were also really nice, and they wanted to send a monitor out for this stream. This was their OLED monitor. I can't remember the name, Carl. The box was supposed to be on the other box. It's the OLED monitor. It's the ROG Swift
PG27AQ. I don't know, there's a sticker over it.
PG27AQ. So this is, I was excited for this. I haven't used it yet. I've used
AQM.
AQM.
AQDM.
So, all right, let's say it properly. It is the ROG Swift OLED PG27R.
No, AQDM.
I didn't know this was going to be an eye test. PG27A. I don't look. Just pass me the box. Wait.
There you go.
Hold on.
Don't drop it. Don't drop it.
Here we go. Look. They've sent this out. Okay, this was going to be the pièce de la résistance. That's what this was going to be. However, there isn't a power cable in it, and it's a proprietary power brick, and it's not in the box.
Which was sad.
So we'll have to use a brandless monitor later. So sorry, guys. Hopefully you've got an RGB splitter cable. Can you check in that drawer? I think 2 down, Carl.
Two down.
I think there's one in there. RGB, and we need to be 3.
That's regular RGB.
Yeah, this is great content. I'm not criticising you at all, Carl.
That's
I'm
regular
criticising the
RGB.
situation.
There's a fan extension cable.
It's not in there.
There's a box where one might have been, but it's empty.
Okay.
I've got an extension cable. Oh, there we go.
Oh. No, is that oh
That.
is that one?
That's three RGBs.
Is that the one? Yes, yes it is. There you go. See, I've learned from prior mistakes, and I buy things like this because mistakes happen. But there we go. Yeah. I don't want to be one of those people that complains. But if I was in charge, I wouldn't send used coolers to different media. The same reason they don't send cases out again, because people lose bits. Graphics cards are easy. You know, I mean, vertical GPU brackets and stuff like that. I don't mean vertical GPU brackets. Like the GPU sag brackets. If that's missing from the box, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, if you've not got one of the cables, that's a bit more of a problem.
There's something in this drawer. It means I can't close it.
Oh no!
The drawer below.
Oh, it's all gone wrong. Right, well, your splitter would look better than that, but we can only work with what I've been given, and I've been given something by Carl. This is actually a 5-way splitter.
Room to grow. Future-proof.
Yeah. So I could actually probably sync it all up as well, look, because that can hook up to another one of these maybe. Anyway, let's do this in a second. I hope all the mounting stuff is there. Otherwise, we're going to have to go to a brand of cooler that starts with 3 letters. No, we're not. We've got others. That is a joke. I don't know how. I don't know whether Asus's sense of humour is as good as mine. I don't know. Maybe we should leave that. Okay. So we're going to lay this one down. Are we going to lay this down flat? Let's work out how the mounting works first. Actually, that's probably a good idea. I don't think there's a manual in the box either, so we're going to have to wing this.
Oh, this is. There is no manual, no.
Right. So we've got our Intel bracket.
Shh. We don't want that.
It is. I've got to explain what it is. Don't hate me. And then we've got our AMD bracket. I'm going to get an email later saying it wasn't very funny. And I will say, with respect, I think it was. No, I'll be more professional than that. Right, so there's our AMD bracket. This should... Oh, no, okay, so the tubes will go on the other side, look. Okay, because that won't fit. Like, if you have it like that, then the logo's the wrong way up. So we need the tubes to go on the side. There it is. Tubes gone. No, tubes on the bottom. It is tubes on
Tubes on the bottom, isn't it?
Oh, it is tubes on the bottom. There you go, good. Everyone will be pleased. No one likes tubes not on the bottom. There you go, that's in. So that will hook over like that.
Makes sense. Take off the old AMD
Ooh.
bits.
What's that?
Is there an even amount of them?
I mean, all I've got in the box is 4 screws that look far too big.
These are big boy thunder
But they are big boy screws. I really hope this works. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call the perfect situation. This is a brand has sent you out product to use on a live stream. There are no phone calls. There are no... just to let you know, there's a little bit of an issue. We can finish it up next week. Can you get these parts out? This is live. If this goes wrong, we're going to have to use something else. We're going to have to use something else. I'm not using the AMD stock cooler. I'm not doing it. Right. Awkward laughter. Let's see if the screws work. We're going to remove the default AM5 mounting hardware. God. Oh dear. At least I find these things funny. You're keeping very quiet over there.
Yeah, I'm just...
You're the one that have to clear up my mess.
Yeah.
Is it my mess?
Well, no, it's not your mess.
It's just the mess.
It's just mess.
Anyway, it might all be good. Might be panicking for nothing. Maybe this is all fake and I've actually hidden all the stuff out the box. I opened it myself just for fake drama.
Fake drama.
Yeah. fake drama. I didn't do that. Just the issue for me is surely the... I don't know, maybe this is fine. It would be a good thing if all the screws are the same though, wouldn't it? Regardless of whether you're going for... or AMD.
The beauty of live streams. You got that right, Larry.
No, honestly, this is way too big. No, all right, no, we're right. We might be all right. We might be all right.
The thumb screws, you can see all the way through them.
Yeah, no, this.
There's plenty of length on them.
I think we're good. Because the screws go all the way through to the other side of the back plate and they keep going. So, and they're definitely the same ends. I mean, look, I'll whack you over the overhead. Look, these are the screws. So if you've built a gaming PC before, you'll probably agree these look quite unusual, don't they? Like, when was the last time you built a gaming PC and they look like that? It just doesn't really happen.
Yeah, usually one side's longer than the other by like a slight amount.
Yeah. So we shall see.
Hopefully it should all be good.
It should all be good. Is it bad that I love the drama? I find it very exciting.
It adds to it.
It does, doesn't it?
We've got a question here for you, Marcus. Is 4K 60 Hz enough for gaming?
Depends. I mean, if you're playing... See the bloody telly lights. Yes, it depends on... It depends. That's the answer, it depends. So if I'm playing Civ, I will limit the game to 60 FPS to save power and to save noise, right? Make your graphics card run a bit quieter. I'd rather play at 60 FPS. If you're using a controller, I'd still rather play at high frame rate, but 60 is absolutely fine. Anything with a mouse and keyboard, first person, maybe it's just because I'm so used to it, but I wouldn't. It's not I wouldn't recommend it. It's just it wouldn't be preferable. So, but I mean, I always used to play 4K 60 TV for all my controller games. Fortunately, now the TV is 4K 120, but it's not a problem. I would just say buy the appropriate monitor for you. So if you're playing high refresh games or games that will sort of they take advantage of high refreshes, then you should go for that. What's going on here? Well, I think this is good.
Yeah,
but not quite. What's going on here? Am I just missing? Yeah, I think I was just missing. Ooh. I mean, it's not going down all the way. Is it? Hang on a minute. Right.
have you got it upside down?
No, I don't think so. What we do, we go overhead. Oh. This is the point in the video where the chat start getting really excited and it's like, he's going to say it. He's going to say it.
He's going to say those famous words.
I mean, no, I'm convinced this is fine. This is... Basically, what I'm going to do here is take the bracket off, like so, and I'm just going to sort of test fit this. So this should go all the way down and sit on top of our chip, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Fine.
Yeah. So we're going to be...
Yeah.
Does that mean you want...
That's fine. Yeah, thought so. I don't know why it was a little bit stiff. I think it just requires a delicate eye to line up. But all is good. No.
No.
It's not that way, it's that way. Yeah?
So then do you want pipes at the side then?
No, you want pipes at the bottom.
Well, the way you said it though, it had the gap in the bracket on the side.
No, this is good. This is good. Look, grab this down. I will mount the radiator first. I'm just doing the test fit, guys. So don't go getting alarms. Yeah, there you go. That's fine. Is that? Yeah, that's fine. I will also, just to double check, grab some thermal paste. This is a good way, ladies and gentlemen, to make sure you're getting good contact. If you put a bit of thermal paste on your CPU, then you can put your cooler on top. You do a test fit. So you basically push it down. You don't have to screw it in all the way, but give it a good push once it's on, like we have here. Give it a good push and a squeeze, and then lift it up, and you'll see if it does that, then you know you're making good contact. So I'm happy with that.
It's a nice little circle.
Nice little splodge, little circle. And don't worry about having to reapply it either, because you only need to do that if you've used your paste by turning your PC on. You should be absolutely fine. I will add like a tiny drop more, but as soon as we add the screws in, it will self-level. And once you actually turn up your PC, once you use your PC and start gaming, it will kind of I don't know, melt's not necessarily the right word. It will make your thermal paste a little bit more viscous, and it will kind of level itself a little bit, I guess. Assuming you've obviously installed it properly. But yeah, okay, so far so good. Genuinely, no issues with this cooler. I was just, other than the fact that the manual was missing.
Yeah.
And what was missing? The RGB cable was missing.
Yeah,
so
and the fan splitter.
Yeah, so I was more being cautious with it because I wanted to make sure we had all the hardware. If it was brand new, so far so good.
Yeah. I
would say.
Yeah, just the fact that it's a review sample, it's already been used.
I don't think I've ever had a cooler. I'm going to stop talking about it. I'm going to stop talking about it. Don't think I've ever had a cooler before that's been used though.
Do we need to put CPU cable in now, or does the radiator fit with gap?
I think we're going to be all right. There's quite a nice gap at the top here. So what Mr. Editor Carl is saying, of course, if you've watched the channel before, you'll know when you put a radiator in, if there's not that much clearance at the top, then you'll start to lose access to all of these ports here at the top. So you've got your CPUs, because this is a higher end board, you've got two 8-pins. You don't need to use both of them unless you're putting a lot of power into your chip. You'll lose access to those because you won't be able to access them, and you've got your CPU headers and things at the top. But because this is a nice deep case, I think we will be okay.
Yeah.
So I am going to proceed to get this installed.
Oh, does that come off?
Yeah. We take our straps off. I love, honestly, as I said, I love doing live, but it is nerve-wracking sometimes.
It's just the chaos.
Yeah. It's pure chaos. And then I'm throwing like a live, I don't know, Molotov into the potentially upsetting brands as well. But I mean, that's why we love it. It's all about the jeopardy.
I don't think those bits. That's it.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, has it got a bracket you can take out?
Right. How solid is this? Be honest.
Yeah.
Right. How would you rate this panel in solidness out of 10? 1 is that the cheapest, nastiest case I've ever used. Yeah. Where you could pick up with one finger. 10 is like, I don't know, the creme de la creme, like
military grade.
Well, this is, I don't know specifically where this panel is military grade.
That is a heavy panel.
That's chunky boy.
That's solid, isn't it?
There you go. There you go. Asus, are you happy? You've had an honest review of your top panel of your case from Editor Carl. There we go. That's it. Sorted. Got that in there.
There you go. That's what they requested.
Can you tell, by the way, that Asus, they requested nothing, right? In terms of our guidance and so, what do you want us to talk about? Granted, we didn't really ask because we were busy. But they said just make sure you promo the fact that if you do buy a new graphics card from AMD, like an Asus one, of course, 7600 to the 7900 XTX, then you can enter for your chance to win a holiday to New York, which is pretty cool. I assume this is probably a UK-only competition, actually. I don't know that for sure. All of the details and legals are down below. The joke there being that earlier I said, what if you already live in New York? But it's probably for UK people anyway. But link to that is down below if you want to know more details. All about that, how to enter. But, I mean, essentially you need to buy a Asus Radeon GPU. And that then led us on to down that road as well about making jokes about everything else. But let's not go there again. We should rename this video to Marcus is really awkward on camera for 3 hours. That would be very accurate. You can't, no clickbait there. All right, all of our cables, look. Wouldn't be quite so ugly and dangly if I didn't have to use the non-standard adapter, but c'est la vie? That makes sense? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Fred said it on I'm a Celebrity the other day.
C'est la vie.
I think that means like what will be something along, like, is that along those lines?
That's how things happen.
Oh, that's what it translates to.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So we're going to plug in, oh no, addressable RGB we'll put down the bottom then. Well, I'm so confused.
You've got all that extra length on it, might as well stick it down the bottom.
Yeah, I think I can probably sync whatever that is. I assume that's maybe case lighting. We can probably sync that up to this splitter now, can't we?
Yeah.
So I'll plug that in. I'll plug our CPU into CPU fan 1, because we'll have the radiator. No, actually no, I want the fans to be plugged into the CPU fan rather than, basically, right, so on coolers that have two 8-pins, oh God. So should we leave? That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, he's done.
Fade to black.
That's it. Fade to black. There we go. That's it. See you later, guys. Not really. For any cooler that uses two PWM fan for their power, I would always recommend plugging the fans into CPU fan, as that is controlled directly. And essentially then the motherboard by default will think it's fans, and it is. Whereas if you put the CPU fan to the radiator, or not the radiator, the pump, you know, for the all-in-one, then it doesn't always know what to do behavior-wise. Like it will just set this to high, which is fine. But then you'll find that if you're plugged into like chassis fan 1 for your CPU fans, then they might not always, again, behave the way that you want them to. Generally speaking, your CPU fans should be plugged into CPU fan. Make sense? Definitely would have done that as another take if we weren't live, but there we go. C'est la vie.
C'est la vie.
C'est la vie.
I've got a question for you here, Marcus, from Larry. He said, do the PC building channels in the UK chat, or do you keep to yourselves?
Good question. James is, honestly, I would say of... Right.
James as in Geekawatt.
James is in Geekawatt. I would say, other than obviously Carl, I would say James is probably the only person, maybe the tech chap as well, borderline, I would describe as a friend, like an actual friend. And I use that as in, right, because everyone always, right, it's like, oh, we're all good friends. Rubbish, right? No, YouTubers hate each other, okay? Because they get jealous of each other, they're looking at each other's stats. Oh, they, you know, I don't know, they've got more views. Oh, I don't know, they do this. Oh, they make more money. Honestly, from the UK, a lot of the people I've met, they all have like infighting and stuff, and they say they're friends, but they're not. James is one of the loveliest people I know. He's terrible at quizzes, but he is one of the loveliest people I know.
Don't tell him that.
No, do tell him that. If you're going to call me Pencil Neck, you can call him Bad Quiz. Right?
Bad Quiz James.
So... yeah, everyone I've met, generally speaking, has been lovely, but I wouldn't say I know them well enough to be friends. And the fact of the matter is, this is business for us, and I don't think you can be friends in business. Honestly, I don't, because sometimes you have to make decisions. Fortunately, I mean, you don't really, you know, in YouTube, because we don't have much contact with each other. But I just think all the time you've got business relations with someone, I don't think you're friends. Whereas James is the exception because he's just so lovely, and I know him really well. But he's actually coming into the studio on Monday, and we're going to be doing a PC build together, which will be really fun. Won't be quite so fun for Carl because he'll have to edit that, and there'll be an extra microphone for him to deal with.
And it'll be an extra long boy.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. You see what I mean? Like we've got access to those 8 pins.
Nice and easy.
It won't be quite as easy as it would be if you did it in advance, but I'm not worried about it. There we go. That look good to you, Carl?
Looks good from here. Looks good from my house.
Was that, you know, was that good honesty on the whole friends thing?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So I said Tech Chap is kind of a friend. I say that because I don't know. I don't see him enough. If Tom's watching this, then he needs to invite me over because he's said to me before, you have to come over. He said this on multiple times. Where's my invite, Tom? Where's my invite? As soon as you invite me over, then we're friends. But I also went to his wedding, and it was lovely, and invited me out there. It was in Virginia in the States as well. And I went all the way to go see him, and Gareth did as well, which was really, really nice. So I would say Tom and I are friends, but James and I are better friends. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
So
You see more of each other, so.
Tom is lovely. I've plugged this in slightly wrong. Tom is lovely. He works too much. So, you know, if he enjoys doing that, great. I don't work as much as him. I have a strict schedule that I don't follow. But I don't work weekends, though. I don't work weekends. I'm nice and healthy. Who else have we got?
We've got...
Saf is lovely.
I was going to say we've got a super chat.
Super chat? Super Saf.
Super Saf.
Super, yeah, I'll quickly just say Super Saf is also really lovely. But obviously he doesn't do PC stuff. So I don't see him very often. But Saf is one of the loveliest people ever. Really love Saf. Who else? Mr. Who's the Boss. We used to be friends. I think he's too big now. So, although, fun fact, he did an interview with Bill Gates. Did you watch that?
No, I did not.
And I can't remember what the question was, but he says in it, well, you know, I'm very PC centric. This is what Bill Gates said.
Ah.
He's a fan of the channel. He's in the chat. He is daddy.
Mate.
Bill Gates is daddy.
It would all make sense.
It all makes sense. Right, anyway, super chat. Apologies for the delay on that.
It was from Daryl Duff.
Daryl Duff.
Daryl Duff.
We've had Daryl Duff before.
Yeah, I think if they've done it before, if they've not done it, the first time they ever do it, they get like a little 1 next to their name. But Daryl said, Marcus, I love you. Is YouTube your full-time job?
It is. It's been my full-time job since about 2017. I'm incredibly lucky to do it, but it is hard work. I mean, I don't know, Carl, as someone that sort of has come into this, do you mind me saying your old career? Is that all right?
No. I used to be an electrician.
Yep, Carl used to be an electrician, and then he's obviously come in and he's the full-time editor here. He is employed. He is not like freelance, so he works full-time. How have you sort of found, I guess, you know, obviously it's slightly different because obviously it's a lot more editing rather than filming, but how do you find sort of working in YouTube tech, I guess? So people watching at home that think it's great,
yeah.
Is it great or is
I like it.
Yeah, what?
I think if you've got like you say, if you've got a strong interest in it and you have like, you genuinely are interested in the products and, you know, like this sort of videos that we make, all that sort of stuff, you're interested in everything that we do, then I think it's interesting. I enjoy it. I suppose if you're just like, you know, an editor and you don't really care about PCs or PC building, then I guess you'd probably find it a bit more tough. But when you're a bit like, you'd find it a bit more tough. Quick.
It's just
We do need that actually.
What?
PSU.
Yeah, we get there. Anyway.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'd say if you don't have an interest in it, I always think it's going to be like you say, more hard work. But when you actually do have an interest and you want to know what's happening,
yeah,
it doesn't feel as worky.
It didn't take long for you to be given a RTX. Maybe the joke again. It didn't take long for you to be given a very powerful graphics card.
No.
For your personal rig.
No. So, well, I kind of took it. He was like, "You can have this for benchmarking," and then it never went back.
No, but you need it though. So,
yeah,
like very true story, and actually a reason why I'm considering. I need to update my PC for editing, and I'm strongly considering actually going for like a 7900 XTX for video RAM, because for editing I've got 10 gig, and for what we do it clearly just isn't enough.
No.
I have to restart it all the time because it keeps running out. So yeah, video RAMs. I think that'll be an interesting video actually if we do like or at least part of a video. Basically find out what's going to be better for our workflow, going for an AMD graphics card or Team Green.
Because I had a massive update with DaVinci Resolve. Was it? I can't remember which one it was. One of the recent ones. And like, I think the AMD GPUs, it said like up to 4 times improvement and things like that. I was like, you know, that's a massive improvement just from a, you know, sort of download and update.
Yeah, exactly.
But
exactly. It's going to be really, really interesting. If you've just joined the stream, by the way, you have to, rather than wind back, the context was, as we say, ASUS have asked us to do all AMD build. And so they didn't specifically say don't talk about any of the competition. They obviously want us to have the boxes and things in there. That's all we know. So the joke is that I would assume probably not the best idea to go mentioning the I word in terms of CPUs or the N word. It's probably not a good idea to mention Team Green's full name in this video, but I don't know. I don't know. They didn't tell us.
They might not care, but they might.
I love how this stream gets more and more awkward as it goes on. This is quite something, isn't it? So there we go. That is something I never thought I would say in a stream, but there we go.
Daddy is in the comments at the moment, and he's trying to prove that he is not Bill Gates.
Yeah, well, we know now.
He's just remaining quiet. He just said no comment.
It's
no.
Yeah, exactly. Well, once it's been revealed, you can't get away from that. Right, I don't know how tight to screw this up. I won't go full send, but we will get this nice and tight. Yeah, that cooler was pretty easy to install. I'll give it that. Can you quickly look up the price of this cooler for me, Carl?
According to the ASUS website, it is £149.
See, that is good because, as you know, there are other coolers on the market that have less cables, right?
That's one way to describe them.
There are other, yeah, they are. There are absolutely, you've got like all these interlocking fan systems and things that you can go for. But for a CPU cooler, I just think spending over 200, in some cases over £300 on a CPU cooler is madness. Like, it's difficult. It depends what you want to do. But if you're trying to just maximize price to performance, then anything around about sort of street price, £100 to £120 is probably what I would spend on a CPU cooler, to be honest with you. So I don't mind having a few more cables to plug in and manage if it saves me that money. But I don't know, what do you think, Carl?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't spend the extra money just for, especially if you're not building PCs regularly. Yeah, for like for you, it's great because you take apart and build them all the time. But if you're buying a PC and that's it, you built it, you're not going to take it apart for like 2 or 3 years. You don't really care if it takes you an extra 10, 15 minutes to install.
No, well, that's it. And as long as you can do the cable management around the back, I mean, how often do you open up your rig? I mean, look, here's the prime example, right? That is pretty clean. You've got this one cable here, but you always have that cable. And I did a build as well last week with a cooler. What one was it? It was one of these LCD coolers. And it looks great. It really does look great. And, I do want one for my rig, I'll be honest with you. But they have this really thick cable that goes up as well that you can't really hide very easily. So I feel like you can't win no matter what you do.
No.
Right? I would just personally go for a cooler that costs around about £120 or so. This is a little bit different as well because you have this pump actually located here rather than in the block, which makes the block a fair bit smaller as well. Means you can get some cool, different quirky designs, different brands go for different approaches and things. But
one less cable coming from there as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, this would definitely be in my sort of short list for coolers to recommend to people, really. But honestly, it just comes down to price. It comes down to price for me and what it is that you want. I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Well, we haven't tested it yet, to be fair. I mean, it might make loads of noise and it'll be like, no, don't buy it. But I would be surprised if you got 3 fans on this.
Yeah, exactly. I think we're going to be good with that. Is it time for the power supply yet?
Yeah?
Yeah?
Well, you waiting you got a joke lined up?
No, I haven't actually. I just feel like...
That was easy.
Yeah.
I actually didn't say the words. The biggest problem I had with the cooler was that they didn't have a cable in it. And then that threw me off.
Yeah, and then we had to make do with our extra chunky mega 5-way splitter cable.
Oh, yeah, but then that means that we can now sync up the case lighting at the same time without using 2 headers. I know we could have done that anyway, but... No, look, come on, that's nice and clean. Also, I realised something. I've got to be honest, I've been annoyed with ASUS for a while,
Oh,
okay?
no.
Because I've never understood it. I take the motherboard out of the box, right? And then there's this label here. And I'm like, why are they putting the serial number or whatever it is there? Like, it's so obvious. Why are they doing that? And then I had a brainwave. And I realised why they'd put it there. Because as soon as you put your graphics card in, it covers it up. And if they'd put it there, you would see it. If they put it there, you'd be able to see it. So actually, I need to eat humble pie, because actually that's quite smart.
That's the best place for it to go.
Yeah.
Unless you have like a really small little GTX 1050.
You're doing it again, Carl! What are you doing?
I mean, I don't know any.
You mean a 7600, Carl? God.
No, but they're like slightly bigger.
At every time this happens, we've got new people on the stream, and we have to talk about why we're being socially awkward. Because again, Asus wanted us to do an all AMD build, so it's sponsored by Asus. It's not involved. AMD don't get to see this. Well, no one gets to see this stream.
Well, anyone could see this stream.
Exactly, anyone can get to see the stream. But
PC Centric.
Asus is sponsored. Asus paying us money for this stream, okay? That's what sponsored means. I know when you're usually watching videos, they don't say that. They try and dress it up. They'd be like, and thank you so much to Company X for, I don't know, give me some lame stuff, people say.
8 sleep.
Wait, what?
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 That's everyone keeps.
We can't insult other brands. I think that looks quite good.
I don't know.
Anyway, no, so what do people say? What are some key, instead of disclosing clearly the relationship with the brand, I'm saying, what do some people do? How do other people say? Thank you so much to Company X for, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. You get the point. You see what I mean? Some people dress it up. It's not normal that you have a sponsored stream and someone will say, thank you to Asus for paying us money to make this. You can't get better disclosure than that. But the reason, again, I'm having to explain this, is because they wanted to do an AMD build, okay? They asked, so can you do an AMD build? Fortunately for us, we were very happy with that because we would have done it anyway, right? Very, very good. If you want best price performance at the moment, AMD has you covered, right? Not a problem. However, they didn't say whether we are supposed to mention the names of the non-AMD brands. So every time one of us
brands
say it, we go, oh! But then that looks really dodgy on camera. So we have to explain the relationship so you watching are clear as to our relationships with the companies, and thus we are following all of the disclosure rules properly and being decent human beings.
But if you're watching this on the archive, then apologies for saying this like 7 times.
No, I mean, I don't know. This is me also trying to make it sound slightly funny, but this could be it. That's it.
Somebody did say, did Asus pay for a stand-up comedy show?
Honestly, I don't think this is what AMD. AMD, no.
No, we can say that one.
I mean, we don't know. I mean, we don't have a relationship with AMD for this. Maybe AMD do with Asus. I don't know how all of that works, but as I say, the disclosure is they have asked us to do an AMD build, you know? The reason is probably because they have a promotion going on. You can check this out, link down below actually. If you do buy, probably UK only, not sure, check the terms down below. If you go for a 7600 or 7900 XTX, you can actually win a trip to New York. You have a chance to win, I suppose technically is the right way of saying that. Anyway, full details linked down below, but you do have to obviously buy one of those AMD products.
I've got a great super chat here.
Hold on, no, look, honestly, it's
so on point though.
Right, it's so on point. I've been holding this box for ages. Right.
The super chat from Andy Martinez says, thinking of upgrading from an RTX 3070 to a 4070 Ti. Would you recommend it? And the answer is no.
Right.
Because that's what we would recommend instead.
So Carl's recommending a 7800 XT.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depends what you, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my favourite graphics card you can get right now. I mean, you know, again, as I say, this is an honest stream. Like, there are graphics cards for everybody. There are some graphics cards everybody hates. I'm sure there are people out there that's actually quite appropriate for. But if I was going to buy a GPU right now, I'd be looking probably at the 7800 XT because it comes with 16 gigabytes of VRAM. This is early. We're supposed to talk about this later. 16
This
gigabytes.
is Andy Martinez's fault.
16 gigabytes of VRAM, and you get brilliant price to performance. And for what most people are playing, which is multiplayer, this is the way to go. I mean, it can still do ray tracing, okay? You know, it doesn't have all of the features of the competition, but I'm still not convinced everyone is that fast. There we go.
There you go. That's for you, Andy.
This is currently our favourite, I think, all-round GPU. I think that's fair for us to say, isn't it?
Yeah, 7800 XT, goodbye.
Yeah, far cheaper than some of the other cards that have similar performance.
The competition.
Yeah, God, it's got even more awkward now, Carl. Power supply. Yes, this is our power supply. This is the 1000 watt gold from Asus TUF. Full disclosure, I actually wouldn't go for a 1000 watt for this particular build. I think you can get this at 850, can't you?
Yeah, there is, yeah.
I would go for a 750, 850. Depends, again, all about price. When I'm buying a power supply, I want to go for the sort of highest I can before you get that sort of dovetail price curve. So if you don't have to spend that much more money to step up from a 750 to an 850, you know, if it's like 10, 20 quid, I'd do that. Whereas then going to 1000 watt, you might have to spend like £40 on top of that. And if you're not actually going to use that power, doesn't really make much sense. But it depends what you're going to go for, because if you're going to step up to something like a 7900 XTX, or in the future, speculation, if they brought out a 8900 XTX, for example, if that used more power, then you'd be geared up with 1000 watt. So it depends what you're going for. Just, yeah, buy something appropriate, basically. I honestly, Carl, I've never felt more awkward in a live stream in my life.
We like to have structure. Well, generally either no structure or...
But we just spent so long explaining, like in every detail, our relationship here and why we're not talking. Oh, it comes with braided cables, or at least sleeved cables like that. How much is this power supply, Carl? And how much is the 850 as well?
I've no...
That saves yourself some money. If you're like me and you would upgrade your cables anyway, that saves yourself some money. I like that.
I guess I like that. Check the link in the description.
I'm going to guess this is not a bargain basement price.
Oh, that's actually not too bad.
No?
On Newegg is $144.
140. See, for 1000 watt with braided cables, very good.
Braided.
And they feel good as well, you know? They
the
feel good.
850 is, let's be honest, it's only £15 cheaper.
Oh, there you go. Perfect example. All right, I take it back.
Maybe I would get the 1000
in the US right now, I would go for the 1000 watt over the 850. That's 2 servings of humble pie for me today.
Yeah, there you go. Eat that.
What's the time? Has it only really been an hour and a half? I feel like I've been sweating for the last 4 hours. I mean, at least it's a bit of fun, isn't it?
522 concurrent viewers, though.
Yeah, because this is like, this isn't public humiliation, but this is just watching someone sweat. This is the only thing as well. As I say, like honestly, I love ASUS, working with them. I've had no issues with the stuff I've been using. It's always like really easy to recommend them. You know, no company is perfect. Let's make that very clear. But I've not really had issues.
We've got another super chat from Andy Martinez.
Just wait. I've forgotten.
He's got something to get off his chest.
I was trying to say anyway. So yeah, ASUS, like really good brand. I like working with them. But having said that, like doing a sponsored live stream is hard, as we've discovered. It is difficult because this guy over here.
Oh, just blame me. Nobody can see me.
Look, I haven't said the I word or team that colour.
Green.
What are we doing? Oh dear. Oh dear.
Anyway, super chat, Andy Martinez.
Andy Martinez. Why am I picking up the cables? This is how awkward I am. I'm like just holding cables
doing
like
it the wrong way round.
Just like, come on, we're installing the power supply.
You can do the CPU one first if you want.
No.
You don't really need to.
I'll do it now. Oh, right. I know this again is an AMD build, but cool thing about this power supply, see, ASUS, this is a bit of a conundrum, right? What do you want me to do here? I don't have notes for this. If you want to go for a graphics card that has a 12-pin or 12-pin high power connection, this actually comes ready to go. Which is awesome. Suddenly, this is my favorite product in the stream because Yeah, what did you say it was? $135, 136.
Which one? The
1,000 watt.
1,000 watt was $144.
Yeah, $144 for a 1,000 watt power supply. Comes cables like this and can support the high-end graphics cards from Team Green.
600 watt.
That's cool. That
GPUs.
Yeah, that's pretty future-proof. That. Can you double check though? I assume it would be, but can you check whether this is a 600 watt cable? It doesn't say on it. I would assume it is if it's a 1,000 watt power supply.
A 16-pin PCIe cable that can pipe up to 600 watts of power.
There you go. So if you did want to go for the other brand, then you're ready to go with this. But I don't know at this stage, guys, anymore. That's it. It's all over. I don't know.
In the UK, the 1,000 watt power supply is £165, obviously including VAT.
Yep.
And 850 is 155, so it's only £10 more for the 1,000 watt.
There you go. How comes the US seem to be doing quite well with pricing there? What's that all about?
Yeah, but they've got to add their taxes on and all that sort of stuff.
That's true. Oh, can we moan about... I was going to say moan about... No?
Can we moan about the American...
I was just going to say, why is VAT still at 20% in the UK? What's that going on? Regardless of
what is tax in America? Because it's always like
I can explain it very quickly for you now. Don't go off on the tangent, right? But you have two, as far as I know, I think you have two taxes. I think you've got like sales tax and then...
Because it's different everywhere.
It varies in the States, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. That's what
All right, I don't actually know. I was getting that confused with income tax. I'm not doing this. I've been holding this power supply for far too long.
I'm still waiting for Andy Martinez to get his super chat shout out.
Okay, what is it?
He said... He said, here's $10 for Carl's lunch, and so Marcus can do his famous line.
But I don't, though. But I don't hate them today.
We don't hate that one.
No.
But others.
No, but no, today's been all right.
Oh, sorry, Andy.
And other occasions,
nice
I hate radiators.
Other brands.
Oh, honest, don't, Carl. Come on. Come on, please. Please, you're breaking me.
Apparently there's sales, income and property tax.
Sounds fun. Power supply goes in here. And you give it a little bit of a push here because there's this kind of hook to hang it in place. I am actually genuinely really enjoying building this case so far.
Oh, I like the little stand for it. It just kind of props it up.
Yeah, because it means that all your cables can go underneath.
Yeah.
I like that.
Smart.
I do think if you were going to put something up here, it could potentially get a little bit awkward because, well, you know, where's your airflow going to come in? I get no idea you've got ventilation there. So point being, if you're doing like a custom water-cooled build, you've got another option for cooling up the back here, I guess. So you could bring air in through like that, couldn't you?
Or, yeah.
Or you could mount different things here.
Use that as intake.
It's quite modular space, really, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think I'd want to use it as intake because, like, where's it going to go? I would do that way. It's just an extra option, right? There'll be people watching this going, oh, that's pointless. Why do you need that? But then it's just nice to have the extra option because you've still
you can get like a distribution plate on the left-hand side there.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't see it though. Anyway.
Well, you would from the other side.
Would you?
Yeah, you have the distro plate like there on the right-hand side of the motherboard.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so you've got these modular plates here as well. Yeah. So you could... Yeah, you could take off these two plates here. Yeah, you could take off those two plates here.
You can take all of them off.
And then, yeah, but I'm saying then you could keep that one on, and that covers up your hard drive and cables and stuff. So you could just have your two fans there. So yeah, I mean, I like that. It's quite... I like cases that do things differently because there are so many cases to pick from right now. Actually, I think Asus are doing a good job. Yeah, I think they're doing a good job. They've got loads of different options. Yeah. I mean, you know, like I don't like every single case they make, but I don't like every single case of every single manufacturer. No. You know, but that's what I mean. I think actually, relatively speaking, I think every TUF case I've used, I've really liked. Well, you know, that and the Prime case, as I say, last year was my case of the year. So, yeah, I've been pretty happy with cases so far. It's a good time to buy yourself a case. Oh, can I tell you something cool, Carl? What? We haven't been socially awkward for 5 minutes.
funny you should say that. We've got a question here from...
Yeah?
No. We do have a question here from Baldy. It's a good name.
Well, you know what we should do? We should have just rung up ASUS Live, like get the PR guy and be like, just a quick question, like at the end of the stream, quick question. Do you mind if we talk about any of the, you know, like competition, any like ASUS competition or, you know, the other graphics card vendor or the other CPU? Yeah, that's a strict from the top. You cannot mention that. You can't do that. Yeah, we didn't. No, it's all good.
No, see you later, bye.
Just send a couple of screenshots of the box and be like, yeah, look, we covered it. It's all good. Perfect. No, I always say...
PC Centric #1 fan is back in the chat.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Our power supply's in. I always do this with cases like this, not because it's the easiest way to build, but just to demonstrate the advantage of going for a dual chamber design. Is the fact that you can actually now access all of your power supply like inputs, basically, so you can plug them in as and when. Whereas in a standard PC case, it's the tally light, Carl. It's driving me up the wall. It's driving me up the wall.
I don't know how to fix it.
Fix it, no. Yeah, you've got access here, whereas like on a standard case, when it's down the bottom, you can't get access to the whole thing without taking the whole power supply out. And what a lot of people do, and this is probably a prime example, not an advert for Amazon, that's for ASUS's Prime branding.
Yeah, or the drink brand.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
I saw someone the other day had a neck keyring thing. Like necklace, that's the word I'm looking for. It's like a Prime necklace. Keyring. Like, really?
I don't think that's a real thing.
Yeah, I thought that was a bit odd. But just to connect these cables, look, very straightforward. You just plug them in, and look, then, as I was trying to say, this case being a prime example, you might want to add extra fans later, which will mean you'll need to add some SATA, let's say, or maybe you swap your graphics card from Team Green to the red team, AMD, then you'd have to swap from that 12-pin high volt, high power connection. And then you could just plug that in and swap the cables out without having to take the whole power supply out, which would save you a fair bit of time. So yeah, that's one cable plugged in.
Do we need SATA at all for the
I don't actually
RGB?
think we do. It depends.
Do we?
I want to add an extra fan to the... I want to add extra fans though. So I haven't decided what fans to use yet. We could go
Those ones are nearby.
These are nearby. I got some CF120s. And these are also addressable RGB, so they're all sync up.
Yeah.
So I'll probably use those. But I don't think you can buy these anymore. Can you look up some alternatives for me, please, Carl?
I think it's the FC120 has replaced it.
It was a lot less awkward when we did the sponsored video with Deepcool because you couldn't really get that one wrong.
You can buy them on eBay if you want them that bad.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, what's the most up-to-date Deepcool fans?
It's FC120, so just swap the C and the F.
FC120?
Yeah, like Football Club 120.
Hang on a minute, am I being silly? No, I'm not being silly. It's there, okay. But look, that end of this cable, that looks like a 12 volt, but it's not.
It does.
That goes in the... Look at this, guys. Look, tell me this doesn't look like a 12 volt connection. But it's not.
But it's not. There's no...
That's PCIe. Unless this does connect... no. Remind me to change the focus of that. CPUs. What is this? No, this is PCIe. Yeah.
Unless that's for like the old green cards that didn't have pins on it.
No, it's using the same rails, I guess.
Oh, I see. It does go in there.
It does go in there. Yeah. Look, then you've got two individually. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Two individual. So you don't have that like.
Oh yeah, I know.
Normally you have you'll kind of do that, and then you'll have like an extra cable.
That spare one you have to like cable tie halfway down it.
Yeah, I like that. How many do we need? I imagine it's 2 8-pins on our 7800X XT. I'm just going to assume yes. I think so. Cool. C'est la vie.
C'est la vie.
C'est la vie. Is it c'est la vie then?
Ah, nice.
Not like sellotape.
Cellotape.
Sellotape.
Sellotape.
This is the best stream we've done, I think.
The viewers are remaining pretty constant. You know, the little graph I can see looks pretty solid.
How did our vote go, by the way?
Oh yeah, Baldur's Gate is quite so close though. Baldur's Gate is on 28%. Hello Kitty Island Adventures 27%. Starfield 25%.
So you know when you say something and I'm just not paying attention and I hear none of it?
Yep.
That's just happened.
Long story short,
yeah,
Baldur's Gate is like ahead by like 1%.
Oh. Did we have any comments, by the way, replying to me to tell me how long Baldur's Gate actually is? Do you remember? Did anyone tell me how long it will take to play Baldur's Gate?
No, you could do a poll. How long is Baldur's Gate? Long, very long, or not too bad?
Right, so I think we got our cables in, which is looking good. Cables can go down the bottom. This is going to look really nice and neat, actually. The last few builds that I've done have used custom cables, but I was using extensions, and oh, it was a nightmare. Like, don't get me wrong, the end result looks good, but round the back wasn't good. I'm pleasantly surprised, actually, about this case, because I thought this would probably be a decent case, and I thought that would be my opinion. Like, yeah, it's not bad. But it's been really easy to work in so far.
So much space for just stuffing cables as well.
Yeah, and I do like the straps on the top, even though you don't like the straps on the top. And
well, you've already taken the straps off now, so you've ruined the vibe.
That's the vibe you wanted! Oh. And sorry to change the tone of this stream, but I had curry for lunch, and I've just done one of those like horrible burp things internally.
So I know I can smell.
And now I just like, you know, I've just had a meal. Oh.
It's like when you have like some flavours of like crisps or something, and you can just taste it for the entire day.
Oh no, the worst thing like that ever. Okay, do you want the full detail? I'm not sure it's normal stream friendly, let alone sponsored stream friendly.
Maybe not the full details.
Night out, university. No, I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, compared to what some people's nights out would be, nothing like that. Basically, long story short, I went down in Portsmouth, a place called Megabyte, I think it was.
Oh.
And I think it was quarter pounders for £3.
That's good.
And the burger itself was fine and it was nice.
Yeah.
But they must have put so much onion in it. The next day, I could taste onion for the whole day.
24 hours of onion breath. Did you
Yeah.
say it was called Megabyte?
It was.
Is that a joke in itself?
I don't know. Oh, what? I don't think they market themselves based on
not a gigabyte
PC streaming.
or a kilobyte?
No, if you're selling burgers and you're calling them killer byte, that doesn't look great, does it? I've missed out.
Terabyte.
Yeah. The other bit of the story was just yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I'll ignore the other bit of the story. That could be related, but we're not going to.
We have super chats.
So chats, plural.
We do. We have two. I've turned around for 5 seconds and the two have come in.
If we ever do an in-person event, remind me, and I will tell you the rest of the Megabyte story in person. But yeah, it's grim.
Super chat from Tyler Blaine. Will you build an all AMD Ryzen PC with a 7700 and a 6800 XT?
7700 and a
6800 XT.
We're probably not going to be doing any 6000 series anymore. We'll probably cover them in best builds.
Yeah.
But longevity-wise, it doesn't make sense for us to really do them so much anymore. We can suggest them, but we've obviously already got videos on the channel that use those, and you should get pretty similar performance numbers unless your CPU bottlenecked. Opinion on those is is also difficult to give on stream because the pricing is so up and down.
Yeah.
Which is why it works in best builds, because we were talking about the pricing at the time. Whereas normally if I said to you, yeah, 6800 XT. Yeah, 6800 XT, yeah, it's great, go for it. Well, you could be watching this today, great price, tomorrow, terrible price. Next day, great price again. Or it might be discontinued entirely. So we tend to cover current hardware because the pricing is going to be consistent and over time probably slightly drop.
We've got another super chat.
Yeah, right. I haven't done the super chat thing for the last one yet. Super chat. And then this one, super chat.
It's from Vishal. They ask, do you have a best PC build video under $1,000?
I thought that was the question. Do you have a best PC build video? Yes. Yes, we do. I'm just plugging the CPU connections in here. As I say, top left of the motherboard. Of what, sorry? What was the
under $1,000. We did one.
We did $1,000, yeah.
3 months ago.
3 months ago.
I'll share the link into the chat.
I still want us to do an A620 build.
But they're like expensive for no reason, those motherboards.
Expensive for no reason.
Oh. Oh, they've...
What?
Why is it not letting me at them? Oh, there we go.
Oh. Right, cables are in. Come on then, down we go.
Is this live?
No.
No.
Oh, someone said that again. Ah.
No.
It would say premiere if it's a premiere. Come on. Come on. Why does this always happen?
You guys always do a good job. No, a great job.
I was going to say, like, I'm not going for good, I'm going for great.
Matty Boyce, you guys always do a great job. Keep up the good work. You're my favourite YouTuber.
Ah, that is top praise, because there are a couple of YouTubers out there.
There is one or two.
They do exist.
There is others.
Right,
Believe it or not.
Only thing I'm going to say, slightly mild annoyance, actually, about what we got here. Hold on. Mild annoyance about this cooler is this cable here is just slightly more difficult to cable manage because it's got its own run. However, if you put this in the TUF case,
there's a gap there.
There's a gap there, so you're all right.
Now there's nothing.
Now
to
the
complain
annoyance
about.
is gone. So can you edit that out, Carl? Carl,
rewind.
Carl, can you
just push the
yeah, cut that bit out of the video, please, Carl. Thanks.
Yep.
That's how our normal videos. And then in every video, I then also seem to say this, don't I?
Yeah.
I explain.
Press the fade to black button. That usually works.
Well, that's it.
Yeah. End of.
Go on, in you go. Is that in? Is that in? Oh, addressable RGBs come out. I was wondering whether we should do a video. I think this was one of my late night thoughts. That was probably a shocking thought. We should do a video on like all the worst bits about building a PC or worst connections on a PC. Addressable RGB has got to be up there.
Oh, way up there.
Terrible design.
Why is it just not like?
Because they never go in.
Even though you line up all three with exactly the right way round, it just doesn't. It's like they're not spaced evenly.
Yeah, well, I think it's because they're easy to bend, so you accidentally bend them.
Yeah, you push it in slightly.
And
No,
that one looks all right though. Ah, God, I've broken loads of these in my time. Okay, this isn't an ASUS thing. It's just the industry in general.
Why are they just not like a little click-in connector?
Is that in? All right, that is in. Because that's the other thing as well. When they're in, you're not sure if they're in because most connections kind of clip in.
Yeah.
These just sit. They sit on top of it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, is it in? And then you bend it, and then you break it.
I hate ARGB.
I hate ARGB. Oh, it's not as bad as RGB. That was even worse. Easier to plug in.
Yeah,
I blew up some RAM once because it was clearly like the RAM itself clearly wasn't very well made because there's a 12-volt connection. That's right, isn't it? 12-volt.
For the old RGB, yeah.
I know, on this one as well.
The new one.
Oh, all right, whatever. Well, whatever it was, the power connection, obviously, if you've got 4 fingers, right? Let's say this one is power. If you put it in upside down, you're sending power into like the G or the B or the R channel. And most good RGB should be able to deal with that and go, ah, I've got power, that's not right.
Wrong
not
colour
doing
or
anything.
whatever, yeah.
This RAM, PC on, smoke, genuine smoke and smell started coming towards me. Yeah, it wasn't very fun. Yeah. Anyway, I think we're pretty much ready for our graphics card now, but I think we should probably do fans next. What do you reckon, Carl? Because, right, the problem would be, though, we've got a pack of 3.
You only want one.
Well, I was thinking, should we put them there?
Or in the basement?
Yeah, you could put them at the bottom. Yeah, maybe. Ah, there,
Maybe just go 3 in the bottom.
Do 3 at the bottom. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Simples.
Yeah. I don't actually know.
I don't
It's broken
know.
again. I don't actually know whether PCs look better with a rear fan or not. Because as long as you've got good cooling, then it means you can see the motherboard. Like, especially Asus. I always feel a little bit sorry for Asus. They put so much effort into this.
And then you stick
And you put a fan there and you can't see it. So yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's do 3 fans at the bottom. And I think they've been really nice. They have been really nice.
It's a little bracket.
This is a good case.
Can this
I
PC
might have to-
play GTA 6, Marcus?
What's that?
Can this PC play GTA 6?
I didn't...
Have you seen the trailer?
Yeah, did you think that GTA 6 simultaneously looked amazing and very last gen all at the same time? Like, some of the shots were like, whoa! And the
Yeah.
other shots like, whoa.
Like, yeah, I know what you mean. I think it's the... Most people are impressed by the amount of sort of things that are on the screen at the same time. The amount of characters.
Yeah.
As opposed to the
Okay.
quality of the character.
My brain's
You seem
hurting again.
confused.
My brain's hurting again.
Sit the fan in. Oh, look. Oh, look. Could
We've
have
got
done
an
that
RGB
earlier.
controller.
Oh.
I like these, Sata. I like these, though, because for me, it means I don't have to install RGB software and I can just, like, cycle through.
Click, click.
Yeah. Can I turn you off? He's gone. Oh, no, it works. Cole? Cole?
I'm still here.
He's still here.
I'm still here.
Oh, dear. And you've got a fan hub in the box of this one. I'm promoting other brands' products. Hooray.
If only we've been given some fans.
It's all right, they're only fans.
Oh,
Does that get you demonetised? Who knows? Probably if you say that straight after saying.
maybe. Moving on.
Moving on. It's all good fun, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the only thing that annoyed me with GTA 6 is the whole not coming to PC straight away thing again.
Yeah,
Why do they do this?
I wonder whether it's just, it has to be so perfect that they don't want to release on, they want to release on as few platforms as possible.
So you're saying...
And they know you're going to buy it either way
so
on a
you're
console.
saying consoles are inferior, so they get the inferior version. Yes.
I mean, I'm not saying that. Yeah, I don't know. It is a pain in the bum. I mean, Red Dead did come to PC. Of course it did.
Yeah, but it was console first as well.
Yeah.
Which is silly. You know, it was
But
all
then-
good. I remember
right,
when
but
GTA
then-
5 came out on PC, it was like, oh yeah, look at all these extra models that you can have. You can increase
Yeah.
the density of the population.
I mean,
It
I'll
was
tell you
good.
why it is silly, because I was listening to LBC,
Surprise, surprise.
and they were saying that it's the, I think I did know this already, but they're saying that GTA 6 is GTA 5 was the biggest entertainment product of all time in terms of money. Like, GTA has made more money than anything else in the entertainment business, assuming that's correct.
Yeah.
Like any film, any TV, any game, right? Surely they have the resources to release a PC at the same time. Like, if anyone does, it's them, but I don't know, maybe not. Everything comes down to money at the end of the day. There we go. Right, we have some fans. Some deep cool fans.
Luckily, they have no stickers on them or anything.
Okay, if they locked together, this bit would be easier. Right, there we go. So we've got our fans.
Got no fans.
Got no fans. Got no gran. Maybe that's why people watch this, because you don't get English memes anywhere else.
Maybe.
You don't get English memes. Someone, I think I said this on the last stream, didn't I? Someone said, look, Americans, we don't all sound like that, when I made an American accent. But they said, but seriously, what's a quid?
What's a quid?
Yeah, 20 quid, mate. Yeah, it's only about 20 quid extra, isn't it? Bottle of water, mate.
We've got a super chat.
Super chat?
From Larry JB.
Larry JB.
Is there a gaming performance difference between CL30 and CL36 in 6000 megahertz DDR5 SSDs?
Eh?
Yeah.
I'm not qualified to answer that one. But if you have a look at my video...
DDR5 RAM, maybe not SSDs.
Or maybe... Is that what you said?
Yeah, DDR5 SSDs.
Very confused. I'm like, well, this guy sounds very smart. I don't know what he's talking about. It depends on the CPU you're going for. I mean, Ryzen is very sensitive to RAM. So you can get extra performance out of it by having lower latencies. But there's always diminishing returns. So it's something we want to test properly on the channel. But last time we had a look, we didn't find drastic differences between the two, but it depends on the game and the CPU you're using and the exact RAM.
Yeah, like it's very game specific. Yeah, but yeah, if you've already got it, if you've already, he said he's already got CL36.
Right. I wouldn't upgrade it.
No, and unless you can sell it or repurpose it, and you don't really lose out by much, then maybe, yeah.
Do you want to tell the audience about the RAM that's in the PC you're using now?
This one.
Yeah.
The sparkly
Have
RAM.
you noticed?
Yeah. The
so I
Gskill
have 32 gig of RAM. This is DDR4 on my old system. I had 32 gig of RAM, and I don't have much DDR4 anymore. And when I was trying to diagnose this VRAM issue, I wasn't sure if it was VRAM. Turns out it was. But I had this VRAM issue with my current graphics card that's over in that system. It's only 10 gig card. It isn't enough for what we do, apparently. I thought, oh, maybe I'm running out of RAM, so I'll add more. I did check in Task Manager as well, and most of the RAM was used up. So I thought, I'll try some more RAM. And now I've mixed and matched some Gskill Trident Z Royal, which is the shiny one that's got all of the...
gold.
In gold. No, is it gold? No, silver, isn't it? Silver!
Is it?
Yeah!
Oh, maybe it's just the lighting.
Yeah, I've got some silver Trident Z Royal, and that's
flanked
directly next to, because this was a quad channel RAM system, so there's 8 sticks in there now. And yeah, there's some Corsair Dominator Platinum in there as well. So you've got Corsair Dominator Platinum. Next to that, sandwiched in the middle, is the Royal, then Corsair Royal, and it looks a bit funny.
You can only really see one of the Royal sticks, though.
Yeah, it works, and it's all running at 3600 megahertz. I've not had any crashes or anything. Definitely would not advise mixing and matching your RAM, but it seems to work. So if you do have it lying around, give it a go. That's pretty much what Linus said in his video he did quite a while ago, actually, about mix and matching RAM.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it won't work, and a lot of it will work, but at the default speeds. So it's quite rare, I think, for that to just work that seamlessly when you're still enabling an XMP profile.
Yeah.
Didn't even have to do anything. I literally just put the RAM in, it booted up at the speed. I went to enable XMP, it was already on. Bit weird.
Can't complain.
Can't complain. Right, have people enjoyed watching me screw in fans now?
Yeah, it's always the bit that we can just easily speed up with the old edit.
What was the verdict on the quality, anyway? I guess. Well, let's start with your professional opinion.
My professional...
That's the first time I've ever said, Carl, your professional opinion, and that is true.
Thank you.
Like, that is your professional opinion, isn't it?
It is better than the last one.
But not perfect. Is that what you're going to say?
I thought, nothing's perfect, but... It's a lot better than last time. Like this overhead shot that I'm looking at right now, that's pretty good. You can see the screws. It's not just a blurry mess.
Yeah.
It's definitely better than it was.
Good. I'm pleased.
But YouTube does keep complaining, saying the stream bitrate is higher than the recommended bitrate. but when we see an actual quality difference, it's
Well,
like,
has anyone had any cutouts or anything? Can you also check, have you got this window open, Carl, on your system? Like,
Yeah.
properly?
Yeah.
Can you go to Stats for Nerds and see what it says?
No, not on the live stream.
No? There must be somewhere.
I'll right click, sorry.
What's the bit rate we're downloading at?
What there says connection speed?
Yeah.
14, I just changed, 19,000 kilobytes.
Okay, so people at home are having to watch this at high bit rate as well then, I guess.
1,000 kilobits. Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
That's the downside.
Actually, that's not even kilobytes, so... Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Well, my brain's not functioning. Am I missing some... Oh, don't tell me I'm missing some bits. I might be missing some bits. I might be missing some bits, Carl.
It's going up. The longer I look at it, it's now on 26 megabits a second.
Well, it depends what's going on screen, doesn't it?
Well,
Carl, hang on.
What have you done?
I might be missing some bits. I've got RGB, but it's not addressable RGB.
Wait,
I need another adapter, but I don't think we have one. This is digital RGB.
God.
Which is fine.
No, that's the comments have spotted it.
Yeah, that's fine.
We've got a super chat from Bryson.
You get a cable. Now, hang on, guys.
No, this is more important.
Oh, no, that's
Do you want
right.
to hear what Bryson has to say?
No, I don't want to know what he has to say, because, look, there you go, I found it.
He said the fans are the wrong way round.
No, they're not. No, they're not. See, they're going like that.
What, exhausting?
Ah! Oh. And we can't even sync this up like I wanted to. Oh. These weren't the right fans, were they? Oh, bummer. What else have I got? Because I could swap them out to something else. Not using Corsair fans.
Who?
MFGT.
You can't say that.
What?
The yellow brand. You can't.
I can say the yellow brand because do ASUS sell fans? Don't know.
I don't know.
Look, I've got to use other fans. All right. I've found what I was looking for. I think it's all right.
You can buy a 3-pack of ASUS TUF fans. Why did they not send them?
Maybe they did. Maybe they're downstairs. Right. Okay.
Everyone's just lol rip in the chat.
Lol rip.
In the chat.
Lol rip.
12 screws to undo now.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to nick that from a different box. Okay. This is live streaming, right? Where my head just goes, why did this happen? Why did this happen? It was all going so well, and then we go, hey. And I've got to be calm and collect. Yep, it's all good. No, you know what, guys? Actually, I'm just going to use this as an exhaust. We're just going to do that. No, not really. Can you imagine? That's the sort of thing I would do to annoy people, though, isn't it? But I'm not going to do that. If only I had some interlocking fans.
If only.
Yeah. I mean, I still agree, though, that for my uses, I much prefer cases that have a smaller cost and no fans. Because you can buy a pack of deep cool fans like we have here very cheaply.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw a pack of that yellow brand the other day for like 26 quid on special. So you definitely can buy better than standard case fans for about £30. So
Yeah.
I would rather that cases came without fans and then you just add them in after the fact. Oh, this is annoying, isn't it?
This is why you should just put 2 screws in.
Oh, so we are going to see the labels then?
Yeah.
That was a very sad yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I'm run out of jokes. Carl, give me something.
Well, according to the chat, at the moment, you are the joke.
Very much so. Oh, pencil neck over here.
Okay. No one said that for a while.
Oh, well, I shouldn't have mentioned it.
Yeah, well.
Right.
Sausage Fingers said.
Oh no! Don't call him that.
That's their name.
It's not. That's not their name.
It is.
They don't go to school, work. I don't know, the bank to collect their pension.
Well, their
what's your
YouTube
name?
username is Sausage Fingers.
Yeah, that's not their name, right? You've
don't
bought
know
into
that.
a lie.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
Well, Sausage Fingers said that's almost as bad as when he twisted the PCIe riser around the wrong way.
PCIe riser around the... Oh, what?
That must have been that small build.
Yeah, either the small build or the Lee & Lee XL. That was not
Was there one in there as well? Maybe. We don't like risers. We hate risers more than
We hate
radiators.
risers more than... Well, no, there's plenty of cases that it's fine and it just works. Do you remember when we did the Meshlicious build?
The live stream one?
Yeah, the live stream.
Yeah, that was...
And
I think that's
some
the one
absolute numbskull thought it would be a good idea to do an ATX motherboard in it.
Yeah.
And it was the worst thing ever.
Yeah, it was, that was your idea.
And it was so annoying because that was a case I really liked as well. And I was just having to absolutely slate it for ATX because it was just so hard to build in and just not fun. And it was also quite pointless. So, yeah.
William has asked, they plan on building a PC with a 1500 USD budget. Have we got one for that price? Well, we've got best build.
We've got best builds. 1500 USD, I think you know, generally speaking, I would say Carl gives pricing in them so you can sort of skim through them if you're trying to specifically find something. But yeah, if you're looking at 7800 XT, you could probably get a build for $1,500. Yeah.
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 $500
So that's probably about right.
GPU and then 1,000. Yeah, easy.
I like to see we're both doing the same thing. You have to do maths in your head. I'm like, yeah.
Fan filter on the bottom.
Hmm?
Huh?
There's a, yeah, it is that's on the bottom of the case. You could.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Wait.
I've got fan fatigue here.
Yeah.
What are you worried about now? What, I don't like that look.
Yeah. No, we're good.
You think, hey,
Maybe do.
I've lost it.
Maybe do a test fit before you screw them all in.
That's what I was thinking.
Just put like 6 screws in and leave it at that. If you didn't have the overhead, no one would even know how many screws you put in.
I would though. No, look, I'm saying this is fine now.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is fine.
This is...
I'll do a test for you. Oh, it looks a bit ugly, doesn't it? Those fans at the back.
It does look a bit ugly.
I think once they're on, it'll be all right. Yeah, that goes in there like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. You know what would have been easier? One fan at the back. But we're showing off the flexibility of this case. I mean, Asus have had nothing but perfect marketing here, right? This is exactly how you should do a sponsored live stream. Like,
yep.
This has been, like when they sat in the room and they had a discussion, this is exactly what they had in mind.
Yep, they did say we want to do a live stream. And that was it.
we want you to basically be as awkward as possible on camera. That's what they said. When we think about it now, we probably should have asked more questions.
Yeah. It's not a...
But
yeah.
Would it have been as entertaining though?
Always.
And like, you know, a bit of real talk again, right? I love working with brands that are just like a lot more chill and just they realise that the best marketing is genuine enthusiasm for their products. And, you know, if that means that, if that means that, you know, we're using deep cool fans. We've said the word deep cool. Oh no, disaster, right? That's real. This is a real build. That's good. Whereas if you sanitize it and it's like, oh no, please don't say this, please don't say this, please don't say this. Like, you know, you can't do anything like that. You can't talk about any negatives. Like this has to be like 100% positive. Like, you know, frankly, get out of here. Like, not interested. Not interested in that whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because it's just not realistic. And people watching this would know and see through it anyway.
Yeah.
And the worst thing about that as well is if you did genuinely love everything about the products you were using, it then wouldn't look authentic either. So you couldn't win. You know, you have to be able to talk about the good and the bad, which again is why we're going to assume ASUS are very pleased, but we don't know. But I've not had a phone call yet.
That's a good sign. Sausage Fingers said that.
Yeah, no.
They said they've commented saying my parents' surname is Fingers.
Oh.
They thought it'd be a good idea to call me Sausage.
Oh no. We've got a development. Asus UK have tweeted. Says, what time is it? It's PC DIY time. PC Centric is live now, and he's about to build an epic #AMD #Radeon PC. Grab some popcorn, sit back and enjoy. What items are you hoping to get from Tech Centre this year?
Was that a question for me or?
No, that was the tweet.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I wonder what stage they tweeted that. Hopefully that wasn't at the awkward bits. That was at the perfect bits.
As soon as they click that link to come and watch, and it's just like talking about
that's all good.
Not other brands.
That's the wrong way around.
Have you all the fan cables? Are they facing towards the glass?
No. That's all good.
Good.
I know it looks like a mess, and it is. That can be middle.
If only you had some interlocking fans.
No, if only you had loads of space to cable manage it around the back. You know what's so funny? We were so close to being done. Well, it was GPU.
It's also good just put the graphics card in.
GPU and it would have worked. This was so easy. This is the easiest build we've done, and yet even I still managed to make life unnecessarily difficult. But I just thought we can't use this case and have no fans in it, bar the radiator. That just didn't seem right to me. I think I will use this because it's just easier. God.
Just poke it all through, deal with it around the back.
No, that's what I was going to do. Oh, I've missed out the RGB.
Push it all through the back.
No, because I can't reach. It's that. So trust me, this is easier. You do not trust me, do you?
No. Actually try and plug everything there and then poke that big box through. What's that one?
That is... Oh, that's the fan hub. I just broke.
You've got plenty of fan headers down the bottom.
All right, I'll plug these in there. All right. Yeah, all right, I'm not going to argue with that. Good thing about this Asus motherboard, we've got loads of fan headers, something I love to see. Because actually, it's really quite annoying to tune fans that are plugged into a like an adapter block.
Yeah.
Because you don't really get the real fan speed control like you would if you were using individual. And
because every fan isn't... Because that's why they always say on like the fans, like plus or minus 5%, 10%.
Yeah.
Because no fan generally spins at the exact same speed.
No.
Unless obviously then you set them to do the same speed, but the minimum and the maximum always vary.
Yeah, so you might find that some of them spin, but not all of them, etc.
Yeah. You know, some of them might hit like 1800 RPM, but another one might only hit like 1760 or whatever. Have you lost the screws for that? No,
I've just got I've got to slide it in, and I didn't look where that was. Okay, it's there. We're good. Get all of the cables out of the way. It's all right. Just poke them all through.
See that?
I just can't see. I can't see what I'm doing. Oh right, so that needs to go there. Okay.
Martin Larson said, "I love how your energy is so different when live and not."
What's that? How are we talking?
I guess when you're live, there's panic.
There's always panic. Like this lines up perfectly, but I can't work it out because I've got a load of cables in the way. Imagine if I'd done it upside down again. That would be funny, wouldn't it?
This is when yeah, maybe you have. Maybe that's why it doesn't line up.
No, no. That needs to go there. think it. You know, honestly, I think it just needs a bit of a. There, yeah. Oh, I can't see. This is a reason to go for a white case because you can actually then like see. Oh, we just got. I think. Just walk people through something.
Distract them from the nightmare that you are creating.
Right. I can see. Look, I can see that there's a notch that this goes in. Right. I can see it.
Are you sure you're not going around the wrong way?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not. No, that is that 100%. Yeah. 100%.
Heard that before.
Huh?
Heard that before.
No, actual legit 100%. Legitimate. Right, so that I can ow. But then I do question why that's not going in though. Up and down. I did try that, but there you go. That's my point. When it's in,
that's in.
It's in. Top tips for PC Centric.
When it's in, it's in.
Should we start moaning about other YouTubers again? Because I realise we can complete that story, can't we?
If you want.
I don't know, I just think it's...
We're 2 hours, 20 minutes in.
Well, yeah, actually...
Like other YouTubers would have clocked out by now.
Yeah, they're gone. Who else? I know it's like... I miss the old guys. I used to... Not saying that older, as in... I used to like playing games with Silence Tech and Ryan from Beginners Tech, the PUBG days. Yeah. That's when I was at my most gaming self. It was so bad. We'd play PUBG till about 4:30 every night. And I think this was when I was still living at home as well. And there was one night, I think my mum came in. Like, she'd got up. Like,
in the middle of the night.
What is going on here? Go to bed, I promise. Yeah. That was so long ago though. In my head, that doesn't seem that long ago. But that was like 2016, wasn't it? 2017. 7 years ago, man.
You would have been just a wee boy.
Just a wee lad. Strapping young lad though. That was me. So, yeah. Oh. So basically, I think this is great marketing for Asus. And I'll tell you why. Because everything has been slick. Other than the non-Asus products. Yeah. But granted, fans are fans, and if you're putting fans in a system...
No, Asus have interlocking fans.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember seeing them at Computex.
No, I don't.
They were on an all-in-one.
Maybe that's unreleased, future products. Maybe that's under embargo and you've broken it.
But it was at Computex.
Yeah.
Anybody can walk in and have a look.
Yeah, we get to see all loads of cool stuff. I got to see the Y70 Touch under embargo. That was cool. But they're like, you can't publish anything about it. So, well, can't really do anything with that information then, can I? I think we're pretty much done, Carl.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, look, they're on sale.
What are these 6 plastic collars? We will never know. We don't know because there was no manual in the box.
Maybe they go over the top of the screws so they look less
I think they probably went over the screws and then you screwed the cap on or something. Like you probably put that screw in and then you probably put those down over the screws.
Maybe in like a spacer.
Yeah, maybe we've broken the CPU. We've screwed down the far too...
Crunch.
I mean, I shouldn't joke about it. Anyway.
6 plastic collars. Oh, maybe. I feel like that...
That's my
Why would there be 6, though?
Like, this is fair, right? This has not been the most seamless stream for Asus. However, it's not the most seamless stream for us because we didn't get a power cable for the monitor they wanted us to promote. Yeah. And we're missing some stuff for the CPU. So I'd say we're even.
We're even.
We're even. There we go. That's it. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for your understanding. Shall we get on to what is my favourite bit? And I know... there are massive fans of this out there, myself included. I love the TUF stuff. The TUF cards.
I love the TUF stuff.
I genuinely, I realise I'm looking at Carl here. I'm not like being weird. I'll look at you instead. Genuinely, I think if I was going to buy a graphics card tomorrow, the one I would try and get would be the TUF. That would be my target. If there were other cards, either like Strix or I don't know, like a dual, or it depends on the exact GPU. Obviously, pricing comes into it, you know, and realistically, that you've got loads of different cards to choose from. But TUF would be the brand that I would try and get. So as long as this wasn't like a lot more expensive than some of the other cards, which normally it's not, right? But they're just so solidly built, these things. They also have great performance. They're easy to whack in your system and get something that's very, very powerful, but then also very cool and quiet as well. I'd say that this is like the target. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm over-explaining this. Like, yeah. You always have to look at current pricing to know what card to go for. But if I was going to shop for a card, this would be the one I would try and get, I'd say. I don't know. What do you reckon, Carl? Would you go for a TUF?
Yeah, I remember when I was looking at getting the 30 series card a couple of years ago, I looked at the, you want the scissors?
Yeah.
It's behind you.
Where?
Underneath that brown box.
Well, why did you put it there?
Well, they weren't underneath the box when they started.
God. Yeah, sorry, you're saying you'd look for...
Yeah, I looked at the TUF cards when I looked at getting a 30 series card. But from
You mean
the
previous generation?
Instead, I bought a different card.
It's all right. As long as you're not throwing ASUS under the bus, it's all good.
No, I did want a TUF one because that's the one everyone was recommending.
So you tried and failed. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It was so popular.
Was that my review that you were watching?
Of course, it was the PC Centric review from 2020,
probably.
Is it? Is that long ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. The year when nobody could buy anything.
Unless you were lucky.
Yeah. Or a bot.
Yeah. Oh.
You ripped the box.
No, that's good timing. I met, right, my sister's wedding, I met someone that said that they were a scalper and they'd bought loads of PlayStations and loads of graphics cards in 2020 and they were saying about how much they made. Oh, I was not happy. I had to be on best behavior. I couldn't cause a scene. I was not happy. Right. I was livid. Turns out he was left with a load of stock he couldn't sell. Ha. Oh, mate. You know when people say it makes your blood boil? I can feel my blood boiling, the rage inside me.
Sure it's not just your stomach.
No, that's made everyone... Like, what's chat saying about that? I realise, chat, I've not been talking to you individually much today, so apologise. Apologies, chat.
Apologies.
We can read out some more names. And I've hurt my hand again. When we did that laptop video not that long ago, and I won the game of Fortnite, and I smashed my hand down, I had a really sore hand for about 2 weeks. It was big boy sad. But yeah. Yeah, I can't believe that I actually met a scalper. Ooh, look at this. Ooh. So I think this is a little bit smaller than the 7900 XTX. We'll do a bit of a size comparison.
Oh, look, that's a fresh one. Look at all those peels.
Yeah, we like that. We like that a lot. Ooh, we've got a special peel, look. I mean, should we get this? Yeah. So
Big boy.
So this is a, I thought so. Good memory. This is a 7900 XTX. There we go, look. Put them side by side. You see? Nice little size comparison. This is still pretty big, though. Well,
I can see with the card you're looking for.
I've got 3 other cards here. Look, there we go. Yeah, there's a size comparison for you. This is don't worry about this one. That is a different card. There you go. There's your size comparison.
God, I just said the name. You got the whole product out.
No, what are you on about? That's it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, but there's your size comparison. I would so struggle to buy a graphics card right now, though. There's so many to choose from. Honestly, I would really struggle. Oh, it's such a difficult one. But then it's difficult in a good way because I think all products, bar those shocking ones. I mean, even on a sponsored stream, I'm not going to go the other way either and completely slate the competition. But we all know what we're talking about here. That one particular graphics card
Those
other than that,
expensive 8 GB cards that we
no,
don't
the 16 gig one. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, we're
not much better.
You know, again, we've got to be fair. We're not going to be either way. But everyone knows what we're talking about. Unless you go for that card, actually, all cards at the moment I'd say are pretty good. You know, like I mean, if your biggest problem is that you could have maybe got something slightly better for not that much more money, or you know, you've overpaid for like a bigger SKU.
Yeah.
Or we're compared to where we were in 2020, we're in such a good place with graphics cards right now. I think it's to be celebrated, regardless of what team you are on.
I think
You're
2020
in a really
was
good
like
place.
good performance
Great
for the
performance,
value, but you couldn't actually buy it for the price, which was the biggest problem.
Yeah, manufacturer. You couldn't get cars or anything, could you? I mean, I ordered a new car and I had to wait just under a year for it.
Yeah.
James was the same. Geekawatt, he got a new car, and he had to wait ages for that. You know,
Didn't get a heated steering wheel though, did he?
He didn't get a heated steering wheel. You got a new car.
I got a heated steering wheel.
You got a heated steering wheel. There you go, James. One day he'd be in the big leagues. And he'd get a heated steering wheel. He did get a sunroof though, so if you are looking to steal his car, it's the one with the sunroof. True story.
Narrows it down.
Not that we're, obviously recommending that, because while it would be funny, it wouldn't actually be funny. No, it wouldn't be funny. Did you hear that?
The chat revenue is currently at £69.61p.
I've never seen this. Look.
What's that?
No, you have a protective pad. It comes out.
Oh.
That's like the least aggressive thing I could do to you. Right, let's do the little peel on camera.
Remove phone before use.
Yeah. There's definitely been a few things I've done before and not removed. Right, so we grab this here. Ready for the noise? Yeah.
That was a good peel.
That was a good peel. This is the perfect size graphics card. I'm going to say it. Asus, love this. This is exactly what I want. It's not overbuilt. You're not like paying loads of money for stuff that you don't necessarily need. This is just brilliant quality, good size.
Tough.
I'm pretty confident it's going to be good in terms of performance and cooling, but we have to wait and see. And then, like, pretty solid price as well. Can you let us know how much this was, Carl? I did check before the stream, but I don't want to speak out of line in case I got it wrong.
So in the UK, it seems to vary between $550 to $570, depending on retailer.
Okay, so a little bit of a price premium, but obviously you're getting a really decent product. Yep, but in the US, how much are we looking there?
Oh.
On Newegg. It should be in the links. Again, affiliate links to everything featured in this build are links down below.
What's the card called? TUF 7800 XT.
It should.
519.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I didn't want to because I thought that was a really good price and I didn't want to risk getting it wrong. But yeah, $519.99. I think it is potentially out of stock at the time of filming. You probably back order or something.
Avatar Frontiers of Pandora.
You do. I mean, I've heard not terrible things. So you get, actually, which is surprising.
For a film game.
Hold on, Carl. Focus up. Look, we've got the cool bit now. We've got our installation. And for the noise again. Ready? Yeah. Oh, that was a bit muted.
Didn't make a click noise.
No, it did. It's just a little bit sad. That's it. Sorry, guys.
End of.
That's it.
Fade to black.
Sorry, guys. That's it. How long do you think I'd have to do the fade to black joke for before maybe someone has left, Who knows? Right, we screw this in. I am kind of disappointed that this build wasn't quicker because it really would have been so nippy. But we're all about the watch time, aren't we? So we artificially
all
boosted
about the watch time
by putting
the fans on the wrong way, that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
that was all intentional.
That's the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh. Here we go. Do you think? I don't think that needs an extra fan on the back. No. I think that looks nice.
Especially because I can't see it anyway, if you did put it in here.
Yeah. No, I think that's nice. I think that's cool. What do people reckon? What have people said, by the way, about about this?
They said that, yeah, they quite like the looks of the case. I've seen a lot of people say positive things about the GT502.
Good. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so we've just got power cables now to go. Look. I really like this power supply, though. I've got to say, the fact that you get these cables in the box and it's ready for 12-volt high power as well. Do you think AMD will make the swap?
I was literally about to say that, yeah. Do you
Next
think
gen.
maybe next time they'll...
They just waited for it to actually like tried and tested and people like it?
Yeah. I do prefer the one connector to do it all, as
If
opposed...
it's 2 8-pins, it's okay. But when it's 3 8-pins, it's slightly annoying. That's all. It's not really
even
annoying.
like
It's slightly annoying.
putting an 8-pit in is still, you know, it's still fiddly though, isn't it? Because you have to squeeze together the little 2 and the 6. It's just...
I just don't mind.
It's not as easy, straightforward as just plugging in one connector with no extra dangly bits on it. It just plugs in and that's it.
I'm genuinely kind of indifferent about it, but I find that 2 is easier because it's usually just one cable. I think that's what you want in an ideal world. You want one cable.
Yeah.
If it has 2 heads, that's fine.
Yeah.
But like this, it's nice and slick. So right, cable management time. Here we
I
go.
think it works better because then if you go from like a lower end GPU and it's got the same connection as like the high end GPU, then you don't have to change anything with the power supply. It's just like you unplug it, plug it in. I like the idea of that.
Yeah, I guess so.
I suppose it only really matters if you...
I think AMD probably will swap to it. I mean, it makes sense, but especially as well, bear in mind you need a new power supply for it.
Yeah.
I think AMD made the smart move by sticking to 8-pin.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, ask in the chat then. Ask in the chat. If you went for, what would you rather have? Let's go for 3 8-pins. What would you rather have, 3 8-pins or a 12-volt? Because I think most people would rather have 2 8-pins than a 12-volt at the moment.
I'll say, so I have 2 8-pin, 3 8-pins.
Well, no, because we're just asking basically whether people prefer 12-pin or the 8-pins. But
Yeah.
I don't think it. I think everyone would just say 2 8-pins if we asked that. So I don't give them the option.
All right.
3 or 1.
I never remember how to 12-volt HPWR cable.
Yeah. How high power?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to plug in an address of RGB again. My life has come to this. I'll give it another spin round.
Oh yeah, Baldur's Gate finished with 27%,
So that is the fan favourite then.
matching with Hello Kitty Island Adventure at 27%.
Maybe we should play that for a joke. Can I just point out the Ethernet cable never ran out and never arrived.
Oh yeah.
So we might get lucky and might be able to use Wi-Fi, or we won't have performance again. But then, technically speaking, we can't actually play on no monitor.
Yeah.
So it's all round.
We can output, but we can't. We just won't have a monitor on the table.
There you go. Look, and then the middle, look, you've got an island for that cable. Look, it rests on the fans. There we go. I'm not sure whether that's the safest thing. I mean, it is fine. Don't get me wrong, that is absolutely fine. But you wouldn't want that to wiggle about. You probably want to cable tie that through here somehow. Right, okay, so that's in. Happy with that. Yeah, I'd probably bundle that all to...
Yeah, you could plug it in around the side if you wanted to instead.
I prefer to have it down the bottom, but everyone's different. I just think it looks cleaner, like it's like right angles.
Yeah.
Like you'd either want it that way or that way.
Yeah, not like a diagonal.
Yeah, like curving around doesn't really work in my opinion. Right, so that RGB, that's what I was doing, wasn't it? Knew there was something. You've got 3 addressable RGBs on this. This is a nice little feature of this board. I'd mainly buy it for the PCIe Gen 5 support. And so many USBs. Look at this, Carl. You'll like this. Look at all those USBs.
So many. God, look at that
Got
USB-C.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9 USB A's, 3 C's, including Super Speed 20, which is good. And you've obviously got your optical audio out. I would recommend people grab like a sound bar and use optical for like a cool, easy to use one box solution, or obviously you can go
Don't
high.
some motherboards have like a USB-C cable where the optical was?
I don't know.
I suppose I've seen some that do.
What have I done wrong here? Oh no, I think I can. Yeah, it's right. Thinking out loud.
And you got 2.5 gig Ethernet as well?
Oh, can I moan about James again?
Yeah, if you want.
The quiz yesterday.
He was bad.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, can we moan about James again? When the one he did get was the Ed Sheeran song.
The one that everybody
But
knew.
he said it was Shape of You, and it was Shivers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, James, no, come on, mate. We love you. James is, this is what we were saying on the way home when we were like moaning about.
After we came last.
Yeah, after we came last, we were saying, James is the most intelligent person I know. So how he is so bad at quizzes, I don't know. How can you be that smart and then just have no range?
So like book smart, but no. I don't know.
No, he's not book smart. He's all round smart. He's great lad. We love James, but I would sub him out.
Sub him
when
out.
it comes to a quiz. I'm sorry, James. Sorry. You know this is true.
Yeah. Need to work on your pop culture.
I think it'd be better in university. No, he wouldn't be better in University Challenge, would he? That would be worse. Surely.
He did have a few Aperol Spritz though. Maybe he wasn't.
He had some tipple, did he?
Yeah. Maybe he wasn't on his A game.
Right. Well, I've done some rough cable management here. I can do some more. I'll spin it round so you can see. But there's just so much room to store cables. We were building in height Y70 earlier in the week, and the problem was you just didn't have anywhere to stow the cables. Whereas here, you've got this lovely little hard drive cage down here that's perfect for stuffing cables in, and then you've got all of this space up here, and you can obviously sort of route stuff through and cable tie it onto the brackets as well. But with the CPU cable, honestly, I would just leave that here for now because you're not going to see it. And then it's out of the way, so if you do want to connect anything else, that's going to be easy enough. Oh, there's a cable in the box. So this, it looks to me, Carl, like this little cable here turns this into a reset switch, maybe?
Maybe?
Well, look, it's one end. What we got? Hang on. Wow. We've got our vertical GPU bracket, cable ties, and then there's this cable inside the box here. Oh, that is like a two-prong. It's like an extension that turns it into like a reset switch for your motherboard. So if you wanted to use the case's reset switch as like an RGB controller, then I guess you could, I think. I mean, this is live, so we can't edit that in if that's wrong later, but I would highly suspect that. But then it'd still be a very short cable, though. If we plug this in, look. Like, hang on.
Is that not just for the... So you can use it as like a...
but that's not going to reach anything.
An LED light switch, because they use the same thing, don't they? Like some cases have like a... You use the LED, either a reset or...
That's what I mean,
yeah.
But then why is that so short? That's why I'm a little bit confused. Do you want to have a look in the manual? Probably tell you. Manual.
GT502.
Yeah. So yeah, but I'm excited to say it doesn't look like we need to use any cable ties here at all. Which is, if you can build a PC and not use any cable ties.
It says ARGB controller adapter cable.
Oh, what? So if you are going to plug in an ARGB
hub
controller.
of some kind, then you just connect that to it.
Yeah.
So I guess so you can just use the button on the front.
Okay. Well, that looks like our rig then, guys. Ugh. I'm really pleased. For a first-time builder, you would love this case. Really, really good. As I say, you do have to add fans. That's the main downside, I suppose, to it. So do be aware of that if you are looking to buy one. But then that is a pro for a lot of people because it just means you can grab your own ones. And I love the flexibility because this, I think, is going to be like a new... Sorry. This is going to be a new sort of standard layout for people, I think. Fans at the bottom and the top, not having the rear exhaust. Because especially if you think here as well, this graphics card's going to be exhausting up. So that's exhausting out. So the airflow is just naturally going to do that. Whereas if you put one here, it would, you know, it's going to be better. Tally light. Still, it's going to be better. But this is kind of more naturally going to chuck it out the back. So I don't think that would make massive amounts of difference, personally. But hey, I could be wrong. What would you do, Carl? Would you stick with this, or would you do something different?
Yeah, I've got no problem with not having the fan at the back.
It does mean that you can see, you know, see everything a bit better, doesn't it?
Yeah, especially if you get like some of the motherboards have like little screens on them and that sort of stuff on the side. Like this one's got obviously the RGB lights on the side. If you have the fan there, you only see like half of it. So.
Okay, I just want this to be as neat as possible without boring everyone. Do you guys genuinely want to see a cable management guide? Because that was. We've got loads of videos left to do for the rest of the year, and I'm running out of ideas. So I thought that'd be quick and easy. So, but no, like genuinely, I thought actually that would be quite useful. Just basically show people what you need to think about, how to do it, how to channel stuff. You know, it's not necessarily about it being perfect, just making your PC build a lot easier.
Would you do it in a bad PC case or a good PC case?
What are you saying? Would I do it in this or not?
Well, no, not that one. As in,
this is too good.
Exactly, that's an easy one.
I love it. I'm so glad.
I mean, like one of those like cases that are like this thin. You have like that much room behind the.
Probably would go middle. I'd use like the best-selling case on Amazon, probably.
Like a £70 case.
A what?
£70
Oh, I thought you were going to say the name of a very popular alternative case. This is the only case on the market, guys.
This is the case for
legal reasons, it's not. Other cases are available. Yeah, here's our rig. There we go. What do you guys reckon? What are people saying?
They said they'd rather have a 3-pin than a 12-volt.
Yeah.
That was a
Oh, really?
That was a landslide.
See, I'm not so sure about that one. But
60% said 3 8-pins.
Honestly, it doesn't really matter, though, does it? Oh, right. Power cable. In. Oh, it's turned itself on, Carl. I didn't do that. It's got carried away. I find that this does happen every now and then. It's really random.
We were saying about that the other day.
Like some cases or motherboards or just something. Something happens. This isn't on. This is... Ah!
You not plugged the ARGB in?
What?
Nearly.
Doing this while your PC is doing its first boot is really safe and sensible. Oh,
we did say we don't like ARGB headers.
Again, yeah, it's not ASUS's implementation, to be clear. It's just... For legal reasons, don't mess with your PC while it's on.
Oh, we're so close.
Oh, for goodness. No, we're not.
Well, the lights are on. Just hold it there for the rest of the video.
Hey, guys, this is it. This is not safe. It's not safe. Ah! It's so scary. It doesn't hurt. Well, that didn't hurt. But it's like, it's a shot of adrenaline up your bum. That's what it is. It's a lot. It's just it's like, I'm gonna die. Oh, I've stressed the dog out now. He's like, oh God, Marcus is injured.
It's like, quick, come help.
What am I missing here?
The pins.
Right, you know what? I'm gonna go for plan B. I'll plug it in down the bottom. No, we should be fine. Well, there we go. Anyway, that's what it looks like.
Except we've got no RGB on the fans or the cooler.
Well, it looks like it's booting because we've got a green light. So, do we have a spare? We need a spare. Oh, it's the overhead. We don't need anymore.
Yeah, unplug the blue one.
No. Plug the blue one. It's just going to upset the camera, though, isn't it? Here we go. Here we go. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, normal people, ASUS PR. Hopefully not any of the other PR people. We're good.
Hopefully none of the other PR people.
Nah, that's all good.
AMD ones, they're welcome.
AMD Joe, if he's watching, he'll love it. I think he probably will, actually. What do we want? We want 3. That's not looking so good at the moment. There's me. But this was deliberate because genuinely, I don't need to say genuinely for this one. If your PC, you find that you haven't plugged your HDMI cable or DisplayPort cable in first time, don't plug it in and expect it to work. It always does this with like every system I've used. That might be the Ethernet cable. No, I think he's distressed. We stressed the dog out, bless him. Yeah, you need to turn your PC off and then turn it back on again, and then you should get a display signal. I think it's got something to do with the graphics card like initiating or working out where to send the signal. But yeah, it does. It's very normal for it to not display anything. Where's the power button on the case?
On the front.
Where?
Right next to the glass.
Where?
Right at the top.
Where? Oh, there. That.
Yeah.
There we go. Right, okay. So we've turned that off. Oh, I can see it now. In my defense, the way the panel is, there's the gap there.
Yeah.
You can't see it. Right.
There's a nice peel there, though.
Yeah, right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is the one. It's a nice, neat build. Really, isn't it? And if you put 3 extra fans in on the side. Hey, there we go.
Way!
Yeah, new CPU installed.
We are the Republic.
We are.
You need a keyboard.
Which is a brilliant transition into the keyboard and mouse. Now, ladies and gentlemen, bear in mind this is an ASUS sponsored stream. Guess what mouse and keyboard we're using? I'll give you a clue. It's not the usual ones that we have. We have been supplied with some new ones. We have the TUF Gaming M4. The M series has always been very popular. If you're after like more of a accessible gaming mouse, then you get a lot with this, don't you, in terms of price performance, bang for the buck. Really, really good.
I like the look of this.
I haven't actually used this one though. I think it was the M3 I've used before though. So, I mean, I can't tell you how good this one is, so I guess we'll find out. But yeah. Yeah, well, the audience needs to see it.
I've been distracted. I like the looks of that.
I also, for some reason, I don't know why, my brain didn't fire properly. I almost called you my love. It's like, no, please pass that over here, my love.
Pass the keyboard, my love.
Thea's not here. She would get very upset about that one. Yeah, here we go. And yeah, I hadn't actually come across this one before. This is a new white keyboard. This is the ROG Asus. Asus?
Asus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 75% wireless. 25% of it is wired. It's good gag, that one. No, we've not got an overhead anymore, Carl.
Oh no!
It's a disaster. All right, we have to do it old PC Centric style. Back when
standing up sideways, potentially might fall over.
Yeah, right. Here we go. Da-da-da-da. This actually uses the ROG NX Snow mechanical switch. And true story, my favourite keyboard for gaming at the moment is the ROG Claymore 2. And I can prove that. Well, I can't because I'd have to go downstairs. But that's the one that's actually connected to my gaming PC. That's the one I use. It's got such a nice sort of feel to the keyboard. I sort of put it on my desk, and I was so used to like lower profile ones from a popular keyboard manufacturer as well that I was using before. And at first I was a bit weird to go back to this. And then as soon as I got used to it again, it's like, oh yeah, love the Claymore 2. So we could have actually used that. But instead we're gonna use this because ASUS have sent this out. And I will give it to them. Not only does that look cool.
It's a good sounding.
No, you're not ready for this. You're not ready for that. I bet this is not the cheapest though. Like Clue is in the. Wait. This is up there with some of those like proper. I'm not going to say brand names. Up there with some of those like other keyboard that you get from like more custom stuff. I think that's what they're going for with this.
I think it says on the back.
No, have a feel.
It's got like a. Quite as a heavy boy.
Oh, see, you're impressed.
Well, that's a nice boy.
Oh, see, he likes that one.
That's solid.
He likes that one.
You could.
75% as well.
That's
a
weapon.
Yes, so you like that?
Like physically, yeah.
How would you sum that up in a couple of sentences?
I would use that on my gaming system.
There you go. That is perfect praise. I mean, I say that.
I am curious now because I want to know how much it is.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's ROG, ROG Asus.
Maybe I can't afford it.
I did think it'd be a bit more of a premium one. What's the damage?
£265.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But then, like, you can immediately tell when you take this out of the box that this is not going after the entry-level gaming market.
Oh,
the sound. I should have done the sound before.
Has it got a little LED screen on it?
Yeah, a little LED screen on the top right-hand corner.
OLED display, sorry.
Yeah. I mean,
can you do animations
I don't
on
think
it?
it's going to be a, you know, like RGB 48-inch OLED HDR sort of quality in terms of OLED screen, but yeah, low power. Can you get little graphics and stuff on that?
Yeah, you can have little animations, system monitoring, audio visualizations.
Right, so, there we go. Overhead though. I'm gonna, no, but you can see it. Come on, guys. Look. There it is. Look, do you want to zoom? Like, I tell you what, I'll swap over to camera 2. Ed, Carl, look, you can do your thing. Yeah, boys and ladies.
Wait, that
No,
that way.
There we go. Yes, there you go. Look at that.
Oh, look, it's got a little animation on it.
Look at that. I think I might be using this one for a while. Maybe I'll swap out the Claymore 2. Thing I like about the Claymore 2, though, is... Oh, do you need that? Sorry. There we go.
So I know
Thing
what
I like
I'm
about the
doing.
Claymore 2, though, is that you've got USB pass-through. So I've got my mouse plugged in via USB into the Claymore 2. Oh. I mean, ROG didn't actually say, or ASUS, you know, spot... Oh, you got the screen! You got your battery... You got your statistics on there. That's cool. ROG didn't say whether they want any of this stuff back, so
The keyboard might be staying.
the keyboard might accidentally stay here. That's all I'm saying.
No number pad. No.
No, but again, hand on heart, my favourite keyboards are actually 75%.
Is TKL, is that 75%? Is that what
Yeah, I
technically
think
it is?
so. I mean, I'm
Or is
assuming
that
so.
80? I don't really know.
No. Yeah?
Or is
no.
that 80%?
Yeah, no, this is 75%. Yeah. The first keyboard I ever had was one of those ones where it had a number pad sort of integrated into the... It was 10 keyless, but it was integrated.
Okay, TKL is 80%.
Ah, okay. No, I really like this form factor. That's nice. So what are we missing on the 75 then?
I don't know.
I think we've got a battery, yeah. We've got a battery here. Get this connected.
I think it just means like there's less gap between the arrow keys and, you know, sort of the delete
So we're not
keys.
missing, mouse comes open, as I say, it's wireless. Oh, it's already got one. There's our receiver. Wait, what?
What? Is that like a battery in a little...
I've worked out what this is. So that is an adapter to change AAA into a AA. Because if you have a AAA, it doesn't weigh as much.
That's smart.
But if you want better battery life, then they include a AA in the box. I'm looking at the wrong camera again. Do you want to do the zoomy zoom on that one again? Because I want people to see this. Look, that is something I've never seen before. A AA adapter to turn a AAA battery into a double. Yep. Well, it's lighter now. That's pretty cool. I was so confused. I was like, oh, this must be one of those like safety things. This is turning into a pretty cool stream. We're learning things here today. No, I think that's neat because we used a mouse from the competition, didn't we, in Top Tech under 100?
Yeah.
And that was one of the things I thought it was a bit not so good.
Yeah.
It was 2 AA's, but you could use 1.
Yeah.
But then if you only use 1, then obviously it affects the balance. Whereas this, the balance is still going to be center weighted. Pretty cool. Right. This is going to be the moment of truth. Moment of truth.
Oh, it's only £49 for that mouse.
Yeah, I told you, it's good value. Only $9.99. I mean, it's not. It's $49.99. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was Lee Evans. That was his joke that he used to do. For context there. Right, there's me. Return this. We've got Bluetooth in this mouse as well, but obviously we're going to use the wireless functionality, 2.4 gig. Press Y. Are we in? Have I plugged in the receiver?
I think it could be like this. I've had this before.
You got to turn off and on again.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
No. Yeah.
Top one.
I can't see the. Oh, there we go. So it's off. We need to like show this off. You know what we could do if you want to be really talented? You could do real-time B-roll with that camera.
What?
Like one B-roll shot. Like, don't worry about it for now. But you could. Couldn't you?
I could.
That would be cool. Right, press Y. I'll be honest with you, it's not doing it. Press Y. I'm pressing Y. Try a different USB port. I have had this issue. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, different views. It just hadn't read the receiver, basically. I have had that before.
Didn't plug it all the way in.
No, that was Rob. That's a different video. Right.
Have we got Windows on this one?
Yeah, but
yeah?
it's whether internet, isn't it?
Yeah.
I seem to have some fan cables here. I think they must go over there. Oh no, these are for...
Those are for the ones... Don't put them with those ones.
No, definitely not for those.
For the green box.
No, that one over there. No. That's that's that other brand that makes coolers and cases. Right, new CPU installed. We're in. Let's run the setup. There we go. So we want DO... Can you look it up? What does DOCP stand for? I imagine P is profile, but this is basically the way of converting the XMP profiles to AMD.
Direct overclocking profile.
There you go. Direct overclocking profile. We learn something new every day.
Yeah.
So what I will always do is I will enable this first, save and exit, and you can see all of the changes here it makes. People are very afraid of the BIOS. Please don't be afraid of the BIOS. It is your friend. Feel free to have a look around at some of the settings. You can absolutely destroy your system if you are stupid with your BIOS settings. I'm going to overclock this, and I'm going to put 2 volts into the CPU. You can, but realistically, no one's going to accidentally do that, so it's fine. I have baked one of my CPUs before, but even then, that was long term. I was just giving it too much current for a long period of time, and it died. It was actually in an Asus motherboard that I did that, which was really sad. To be clarity, not Asus's fault. It was my fault. I overclocked it with too much voltage. But the reason I say that was because I then had to apologise to Asus because they also gave me the CPU. So I was like, sorry, I've killed the CPU, and they weren't best pleased.
Yeah.
Been working with them for a long time.
Yeah. Used to sponsor the channel.
They did used to sponsor. This was many years ago.
Yeah. That
was many years ago. We had Corsair sponsor the channel before then. This was back in the day when essentially we had no brands working with us, and we had to literally try and keep the lights on. I mean, I say that, I was in my parents' house, they'd pay for the lights, but you get the point, is the expression, right?
Oh
no. Oh, you might have to do clean install. If I only have my Windows 10 USB stick lying around. I'm going to have to say it. I'm sorry, guys.
Is it the one that I brought rep? Or is that?
No, that's all 11. I think it's all 11 these days. Well, we can just show people how to install Windows, to be fair. But I know we've done that, though. But
we do have a video all about that.
We have a video all about that on the channel. Yeah, we're back to me now. But yeah, we can. We've got Windows on here, so it's all good. Yeah, what I was alluding to earlier is because this was an SSD and this was in a Team Blue system, so it might just be getting confused where it's gone from Team Blue to Team Red on the CPU side, but could be wrong. Don't forget, by the way, as this is an ASUS sponsored stream, if you do want to get a holiday or at least win the chance or have the chance to win a trip to New York, expenses. This is the legal bit. I don't want to, I say expenses paid. I don't know what the deal is, right? They're running a promotion, okay? If you want to win a holiday to New York, link is down below. If you buy a 7600 Radeon CPU up to a 7900 XTX, you can have the chance to win. Full details and terms are down below. Just make it up. Just like, yeah. I don't know, I'm not even going to joke about that because we'll get in trouble. We get heavily handed Written an email from the ASA telling us off. What's this in the box?
Stuff.
Stuff. Oh, while that's doing that, look. Here, look. This is what you also get in that keyboard box. You get all of your accessories. Lovely, nice.
You get a lube.
Cable.
You get a lube station, which is that like clear piece of plastic up there.
That.
No, that's the.
That's this.
A lube station.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain that one.
And there's also a lube brush in there, which is that little looking paintbrush-looking thing in there.
What's it do? Just lubricates your keys.
Yeah. Does it include the lubricant?
You've got a brush, man. Look, you get a brush.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
You've got a switch opener. Oh, and the little circle, that's where the lube is, in there.
Oh, so this is just the key removal tool, isn't it?
Yeah. So you got a keycap puller and a switch puller.
Oh, so that's that. This is the switch puller, I guess?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to risk it. I'll have a play later. But yes, that would remove the switch. And what's the thing above it? What's that? Oh, that's just storage, is it? Switch storage?
Switch opener.
Oh, wow. This is... Okay, so this is... Yeah, this
so you
is
can
hardcore.
take apart the switches to relubricate them.
This is... I've got picture-in-picture again, look. It's me. Cool. Okay, so I'm in. I don't think we have internet, though, which is... Why? I don't know why no PC I build picks up the Wi-Fi. I think this is for security. I think because ever since you've had Windows 11, it basically locks you out unless you
connect to the internet.
Connect to the internet and then sort of basically sign in again, and you enter your password to verify it's you, so you can't like just steal someone's SSD and log into their system basically and get all their files. I know it's more high-tech than that, but that's the general gist of it. But I think Wi-Fi networks are stored in your Microsoft profile, so I think it deliberately locks you out potentially of Wi-Fi. That's disappointing. I've ordered an Ethernet cable, and it was meant to arrive. Hang on a tick, guys. Hang on a tick, guys. Do you reckon that Mr. Amazon has just dumped it somewhere?
Mr. Amazon.
Yeah, Mr. Amazon. Let's have a look. This is top content now. This is Marcus checks his Amazon orders. Let's see if his Ethernet cable has arrived. This wasn't in the brief. It says delivered.
Where?
In letterbox.
I'm going to go double check. Maybe it was posted through. Maybe it was when the dog made said noises.
I mean, or I just want to say the other option is, we could always just disconnect this for a few minutes and just come back in 5 minutes.
You could do.
Because otherwise we're going to have to plug an Ethernet switch in anyway.
Do you have a...
I do have one, yeah. It's faff. I'm just wondering what's going to be quicker.
Just killing this.
Anyway, while we're here, while Carl's having a look whether our delivery actually has arrived or not, let's walk you through the system. Let's give you a synopsis anyway of what we've built. I think this looks really nice, doesn't it? It stands out. It's definitely very different. I do still need to plug in, actually, don't I, our RGB. Oh, so it did arrive.
It did arrive.
There you go. I'll stop complaining then. I will stop complaining. But it doesn't still need a switch though.
Ah. Have you got one nearby?
It's downstairs. Honestly, I think it'll take time. I think, basically, long story short, it will probably take about 20 minutes to half an hour to set up. And in all honesty, if we have to then, we can't use the OLED monitor anyway.
Yeah.
It's kind of, yeah, I don't know. What we might be able to do some video of this and put it on socials or something. If you're not following, by the way, Instagram is a good place. Or we do like a post. We get some performance of this out there.
Yeah.
Somehow, I imagine anyway. But I was just plugging in that RGB, wasn't I? And then we're going to show off the system properly, which is very cool. Yeah. Is that in? Is that in now? That one actually does look in now. I think. Yeah? Yeah, that's in there. Trick is not to have too much stress, I think, on the cable. Right, if we turn this on, this actually should be the moment of truth now. Yeah? Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, ARGB.
Oh, I'm going to hurt myself again. I'm back where I started, Carl.
Like, everybody hated Molex, but like, at least you knew when it was in.
Oh, Molex was shocking to install though. I reckon I've just bent it somehow.
Is there not another one right next to it?
No, that's RGB.
Ah.
Old school. Right, maybe the thing to do is get this one in first. Look.
Oh!
I'm so close, yet so far. Look, that's what it's meant to look like, guys. Ah! Infuriating. Oh, no, right, no, what we'll do, we're going to turn, in a second, we'll get this working. I want to see performance. I want to see performance as much as everyone else. What's chat saying? Come on, chat. Will this, I'm not saying will this as like question, will this into working if we just very briefly log in and then we can come straight back? So Carl can be really nice to you and run an ad break for a few minutes. That's all. Like, it only take like 30 seconds. You just need to log in. Right. Can I get this in though? Come on.
I don't know how long I can.
Was that in or not? I'm so confused. To me, that looks like it's not in though. What is this? What is going on? It's this adapter, isn't it? Maybe, but this is a cheap adapter cable, isn't it? This isn't the Asus.
No, that's the
thing. This is the one we had in the drawer. Maybe the holes don't line up properly. So I don't really know what to say about that. So that's that. Right, there you go. Yay! That's in. Right, that is in.
Properly in.
Yeah. I need to make a smell. I'm really sorry.
Oh! We are still live, by the way.
Yeah, we're about to go off air. Could have done it then. I'm sorry. Brands love it. There we go! Our full RGB. Look at that. Fans down the bottom look quite cool as well.
There we go. Now we've got that full RGB experience.
Look, wait. I can do. Look, here we go. Look, this is Pro Strats. Look, I'll get this here. Look, like this. This is how I do it normally. We can do a peel actually first. You ready, guys? Let's get ready. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's go. But
there we go.
that looked good, doesn't it? There, and the logo lights up. Like that.
I wonder what was going to light up.
Yes. Then what we can do, look, we get this, we zoom it in, we do this, and then very gently, look, we go. Oh no, hang on.
We need to change the source.
No, it's fine. Do we?
Yeah,
you're
looking
wrong
at
source.
the wrong lane.
Oh, so I'm doing some fancy shot and we can't even see it. Actually.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. And we get this, look, we get
Put that there.
Get that nicely in there as well, look. This isn't even what Asus asked, they're going to love this. Although, if I'm honest, I wouldn't go with a white keyboard and a black mouse. Like, come on. Match them up, guys, come on. I would also normally get rid of all the clutter on the desk, but look. B-roll. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it's all about.
That's what people are subscribed for.
Yeah, boys.
People say it looked really nice.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Said it looks perfect.
Perfect. That's what we like to hear. Look, and then we can move the camera here. Look, then we zoom it in again, get the focus, and then we can be like, wait, hang on a second.
Wait, hang on. Up.
There we go, look. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Someone needs to comment now saying, is this live?
Yeah, is this live?
There we go. Right, was that great content? How many people left now, Carl?
The viewers have gone down.
Ah, dear. Well, they've seen
Daddy's still here, though. He said that's what it's all about.
What, Daddy? It's all about Daddy. Is Daddy cool, though? That's the question.
Daddy must be cool.
Right, okay. So let's do that. And now stay tuned, everybody, for hopefully some performance. So press the add button, Carl. If you don't leave us now.
If I push the add button, people can still see, though.
Can they?
Yeah.
Well, no, because we're going to go off air. No, let's just give it a go.
I guess just unplug the cable.
Well, unless,
goodbye.
And it still says no internet here, look,
Yeah.
doesn't it? It still says no internet. So, why?
Yeah.
All right, okay, right. guys, we'll be back in 2 minutes, okay? Back in 2 minutes.
Fade to black.
On air.
I'll let you know when I hear something. Oh, it says excellent connection.
Yeah, so it should be back, right? Should come back. I don't actually know, but it should come back.
Fingers crossed.
Should come back. We're back?
We're back. We're
right,
back.
we're back. And that's the good news. The bad news is, still doesn't work. I plug internet into this, and it's still saying you'll need internet for this. So my theory is it's basically just not installed the right driver for this Wi-Fi card. So if you were installing Windows from scratch, then I'd certainly hope it would pick it up. But yeah, like there's basically nothing we can do other than reinstall Windows from scratch, and then we'd need internet for that. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to say we'll sort something out performance-wise. But I mean, realistically, if you do want to see performance of the 7800 XT, we already have loads of videos up on the channel. So to be honest, that's probably going to be your best bet with that. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much more I can say, so I'm sorry for the disappointment. I honestly thought we were going to get there today, but
yeah,
alas, sadly not. So yeah, there we go. But thank you so much for tuning into this video. Really hope it's been useful. If you do want to check out anything in this rig, current pricing, learn more about the parts, you can find all of our links located down in the description below. A massive thank you, of course, to ASUS for sponsoring this. You know, like all jokes aside, we really appreciate having partners like ASUS that will allow us to do these streams and obviously help to lots of sort of fun future videos and things. So thank you so much. I know we've had a bit of fun with it, but yeah, no, we really do appreciate that. Any last comments and things, Carl?
Rivstar sent us a link of how to set up Windows without internet connection, but it's already installed.
No, it's not. So the issue is that we've already got Windows and all the games installed on this. That's the problem. So we're good to go. We just need Windows to re-sign in to the SSD, and then we could hit play and we'd be rolling, right?
Yeah.
If we were, the alternative now is to, like say, clean install, but then you have to install games. So it would take far too long. This is a little bit disappointing, but yeah, there we go. Any last questions, get them in. I'll give you guys, what should we say, 2 or 3 minutes to ask any questions. Please get them in. But thank you so much for checking out this video. Don't forget to get your own PC Centric mouse mat. Link to that is down below. Where is it?
Here.
Oh, you've been organised, because we haven't promoted it. Like, if you want to give me the best Christmas present ever, then buying one of these actually would help me out a lot, because I invested a lot of time into this, and I'm very proud of it. And it means you get a nice physical PC Centric product delivered to you as well. I'm trying to think as well, because like, we even got a logo done up. This cost me £1,000 to get just this little logo, and it says PC Centric in the glasses. It's like a bit of an Easter egg. Look, there it is. It's cool. So yeah, if you want to grab one of those, link to that is down below. And I'm sure, technically speaking, we don't ship worldwide, but we ship most places. So yeah, check it out. Link is down below. Carl, over to you. Anything you want to wrap up? Thoughts on the system? Thoughts and comments?
No, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the system. Yeah, it looks pretty clean. You know, all the colours match together quite well. Yeah, sort of grey and black look.
What's your favourite components? I would say, I think if we'd got 3 more fans, so 3 more of these fans, it really would complete it.
Yeah, I think.
But then it looks very even though, doesn't it?
Yeah, the fans at the top do look a lot nicer than the ones at the bottom. Like the RGB just looks so much more even, doesn't it?
I quite like the rings on the outside though.
Yeah.
But you can see the logos, so yeah.
Yeah.
I think that on balance that probably does look better. But I've always quite liked these deep cool fans.
Yeah.
Nice and quiet. The whole system as well, by the way. Very, very quiet. Obviously, when you get a game, they ramp up a bit, but good case fans do make a big difference. Highlights for me, I'd say the graphics card and the power supply. I'm surprised how much I like the power supply. I think that's one of the things that that catches me off guard, because let's be honest, power supplies are pretty boring. So when you get something and you go, oh, that's pretty cool. Especially in the US.
Last years
pricing in the US,
well.
very good. What's that?
Power supplies last years.
Yeah.
So
you'd be unlucky to get one that didn't really, unless you really skimped out and went cheap. But yeah, and then the case. Yeah, the case. I love the modularity. I would say make sure you know what you're going to want to do with it before you buy it, just so you can get the right fan layout for you. But yeah, really pleased with it. Right, final bit of chat, Carl.
Yeah, nothing to report really.
Great.
I guess we could just say goodbye to people.
Okay. All right. Go on, read out some names. Thank you to everyone that has been watching this live. Carl.
Brian Stewart, Andy, Portman, MC Short, Squishy Obsidian, Rivstar, of course, JUR, Davinia Robbins, Daddy, of course. Andrew Bagnall's also there. Yeah, there's a lot of people in here today. The current viewers, 300. It spiked way back up when we came back.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming back. Whilst we were slightly off air for a bit, but yeah. All right then. Well, yeah, thank you so much, guys. Like honestly, we've really enjoyed this. 7:30 Friday night. Hopefully, if you're in the UK, have a good time. If you're in the US, obviously enjoy the rest of your day. And if you're watching this on the archive, thank you so much. But we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
It's you today.
Oh, I've got to push the button.
You got to push the button. We change every now and then. There's a button I can push, but today we've made it so Carl has to push the button.
My turn. Goodbye, everyone. I'll have to push it twice. That's awkward.